Asia Rugby is more than 500,000 players, coaches, and organizers experiencing the game in this multicultural region. Established in 1968, Asia Rugby has expanded from 8 founding countries to more than 36 member unions, spanning Lebanon in the west to Guam in the east, Kazakhstan in the north, to Indonesia in the south. Home to more than half the world's population and an incredible 80% of its youth, Asia Rugby has grown from holding just one tournament every 2 years to running more than 15 international competitions each and every year, culminating in the iconic Asia Rugby Championship and the Asia Rugby 7 Series. Asia Rugby continues to grow the game through initiatives like Get Into Rugby, initiatives that have helped us expand our player base by more than 25% per year, initiatives designed to empower our kids with the knowledge and skills necessary to develop great players and inspire positive social change. Asia Rugby is a diverse collection of cultures bound together by our core values of integrity, passion, solidarity, discipline, and respect, driving our belief that rugby makes a positive contribution to people's lives. Asia Rugby is taking our great game, its spirit, and everything it stands for to over half the world's population. And we invite you to be part of it. Asia Rugby. We can do better, but together.
The Asia Rugby Emirates Under-20 Sevens kicks off August 9 through 10, Bihar, India. Asia's top young talent takes the field. 9 nations, 16 teams, 2 days of elite youth competition. Follow the future of rugby, live from Bihar.
बिहार।
पदक जीतने पर सीधे हम लोग अगर चाहेंगे तो उनको नौकरी दे देंगे।
जहां खेल अब सपना नहीं पहचान बन चुका है, अब बिहार के खेल अध्याय में जुड़ रहा है रग्बी का सुनहरा पन्ना। 9 देश, 16 टीमें, 1 मैदान, राजगीर स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स। ये सिर्फ टूर्नामेंट नहीं, बिहार के बढ़ते कदमों की गूंज है।
This could be the first try of the match. Absolutely, and it will. Effortless. And this will be another try, surely. And now, they're on the charge again. And another running, and almost running away. Right to the try line. And she will! 7, and it will be. And he's got the ball now. Clear chance for him to score. There's no coming back. He's going to run and run. Oh, for another try in their account. The first try of the match. Look at him smiling for China. Just seconds. There's a chance here for Malaysia to extend the lead even further. China. And that will be the first try now available for her. And she's going to run all the way to score. And will it be another 7 points? Come Hong Kong, China. There is no thing in front of him. This is going to be yet another try. And easily done to score. This will be India's first try. Now he's on the loose. Surely it will be another 5 points from the number. Now Malaysia on the attack. On the right. This could be another try. And Malaysia with the chance. And surely another 7 points added to the kitty. Try line. And barges. Will she go the distance? Yes, she does. Away with it. All the way for 7. And there's a lot of space ahead of her. Another 7 points, it looks like. It's highly likely. And brink of the try line. This definitely will be. There's no chance. Sidestepping. And another 7 points for Kazakhstan. Wonderful work here. Looks like there's going to be another try. Surely now. There's nothing that they can do to stop her opponent. And she does oh so very well. Another 7 points for Kazakhstan. Surely. She finds a way through. This could be the first try of the match. And it will be on the run. Will this be a try? She's going, and she's going all the way. Booming. There's no chance
for any Indian to catch up to.
And what a response from Hong Kong.
It's time to make stronger connections. Business meet tech. Sports meet transformation. At Capgemini, our power comes from bringing it all together.
The Asia Rugby Emirates U20s kicks off August 9 through 10, Bihar, India. Asia's top young talent takes the field. 9 nations, 16 teams, 2 days of elite youth competition. Follow the future of rugby live from Bihar.
That's the lineup for today. And that's for the first 4 games this morning. India versus Kazakhstan playing for the semi-final for 5th and 6th. UAE and Uzbekistan for 5th and 6th semi-final. Sri Lanka will take on China in the Cup semi-final. And Hong Kong will take on Malaysia for the Cup semi-final. Just to remind you viewers, the loser of the first match will play the loser of the second match for 7th and 8th position. The winner of the first match will play the winner of the second match for 5th and 6th position. And this is how the women's fixture pans out today. Sri Lanka versus UAE, 5th and 6th semi-final. Nepal versus Kazakhstan in the 5th and 6th semi-final. China versus India for the Cups in the Cup semi-final. And Uzbekistan take on Hong Kong in the Cup semi-final. Once again, I'd like to remind you viewers that we are into the business end of this meeting, and I'm joined here with Akshay Pallav for the first match of the day, where India take on Kazakhstan.
Thanks a lot, Rohit, and welcome to all the viewers here at Rajgir Sports Complex, Rajgir, Bihar, and we are here with absolutely breathtaking action from the rugby matches. And yesterday, all of us who joined the event could see what amazing matches happened. All the teams tried their best, and the action was just breathtaking. And today again we have the most important matches coming up for us. Let's hope we get to see some scintillating action right here, live from Rajgir, Bihar.
It's going to be a very interesting day today, Akshay. We're into the business end of the tournament. Today is what matters for most of the teams. It's about how they finish the tournament, and all teams will be definitely looking to finish the tournament on a high. Don't you think so, Akshay?
Yes, man, and I have the team sheets with me, and if you could see, Kazakhstan boys have not changed, have done a few changes in their opening lineup, and the Indians have kept it almost similar, except for the fact that they have included Ajit Nag in the opening 11, opening 7 match. And Shivam probably goes out. He has played only one match.
Now Kazakhstan on the charge. This could be the first try of the morning. And that is, it's Kazakhstan who break the deadlock. 7 points in the bag for them.
That was really quick. As soon as the match opened up, within the first 40 seconds, the Kazakhstan have taken the charge. India right now will feel the pressure right from the beginning of this match.
It's not something they wanted. They definitely didn't want to go down so early in the early stages of this match. And look at the Kazakh players. They just opened the field right up, and he just ran away to glory and got 7 points for his team.
Beautiful opening. That's the kind of a start you would want early morning in this big tournament. Kazakhstan really happy with what they have done in the early moments of this game. India will have to fight back, they'll have to find a reply, and they'll have to do that quickly.
They'll be looking to open up Kazakhstan and find those gaps and make those chances if they want to give an early reply here in this match.
Look at David Rajgir. There we go. That could be the first reply from India, and a brilliant one at that. Number 3 for India, Golden Kumar, the golden boy for India, has hit it home. 7 points to India. Scores level. This is beautiful. Now things are warming up here in Rajgir Sports Complex very early, because in the opening 1 minute 30 seconds we have seen both teams take 1 try each. This has been beautiful.
Definitely. Look at Golden Kumar run. He just saw his chance. He saw an opening. He saw the Kazakhstan players not in the position, and he took total advantage of it. And tit for tat, Akshay, a reply for a reply.
Reply in good time, I would say, Rohit. Made sure that there was not much difference between time when the first one went in and now the reply came in shortly. This will keep things really lively. It will help the Indian players. Their shoulders are not going to drop down. This is beautiful. This is really good. This is really good work from India.
Absolutely, because now it's all square and it's basically starting with a clean slate like the match has begun. And India would have just wanted to take the early lead and not fall behind, but they replied quite well. And it's interesting to see how things pan out from here on, because both teams would definitely want to end on a high. Don't you think so, Akshay?
And I was actually pointing out right when Kumar started that run. Number 4 for Kazakhstan, David Rajgir, is built like a tank, and every time he's in the play, I see a couple of Indian players trying to stop him, and that could be a difference in this match, because and from the left flank right now, you could see the Indians trying to make a try. They're trying to find some space. This is intense.
Penalty given in favor of India.
Still with the ball, the Indians.
Golden Kumar, golden boy, they're looking for a space. Oh, he offloads the ball, but it will be a knock-on. Unfortunate, rather unfortunate there for India.
So today India has to be a little patient, and they'll have to find those perfect offloads, and they cannot be making any mistakes, because yesterday we saw them, they were in a good position a couple of times, but those small knock-ons that happened to them pegged them back really hard. And today they would like to learn from their experiences and be better on that corner.
Kazakhstan sidestepping, trying to make its way through the gap. Not possible. A horde of India players surround him, bringing him down finally to the ground. And Akshay, as you were saying, yesterday, those silly mistakes, those knock-ons from India against Hong Kong, China, definitely costed them dearly. And they wouldn't want that to happen again here this time around in this game, because they would definitely like to finish the game on high.
7-7. this match is looking really. Look at Razikov. Look at Razikov. Amount of Indian players he attracts towards him every time the ball is around him.
Absolutely agree with you. He's built like a tank there, and he just barrages his way through the defense of India. And India's done a good job to keep them still at 7, and it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
For India to have any chances in this match, they'll have to be absolutely bang on with their tactics and strategy. Obviously, we can see there is a physical advantage with the Kazakhs on the field, and the Indians will have to find their spaces. They'll have to find their ways to tackle them.
Line out, Kevin.
Karan Rajgir there, planning out something. Iconic green headgear. Opening for Indian points today came from Golden Kumar with a beautiful try. Early exchanges of this match. Here, look at Kazakhstan. They're trying to find something. There is a plan, it seems. The Indians are trying their level best to stop. This time. Now, this could be dangerous. This could be dangerous. This is probably inches away from the try line now. India has to be very, very cautious. They want to send back this Kazakhstan attack without any damage.
This is ominous signs, and that's it. Another try and another 7 points for Kazakhstan. India just not being able to hold them, and it was right on the line. It was ominous all along, and Kazakhstan saw the chance, took it, and capitalized on it.
And the pressure was too much, and it was building and building, and relentless attacks from the Kazakhs, and they are not giving any knock-ons like India did. So that's going to be the difference in this scoreline of this match.
Look,
close.
They didn't go for the conversion. They're going for another try.
This is good thought, good tactics. Easy one at that. There seems to be some confusion with the points there. Kazakhstan at 12.
We're just waiting confirmation there. It looked like the first try will not count. That's why he was given a penalty. And with that, Kazakhstan moved to 12, India 7, and we are almost on the verge of the first half ending.
Kazakhstan will be happy ending this half on a high. 5-point lead here. Indians will have to rethink a little. They have to be fierce, they have to be competitive. This is the first match of the day, they have to be switched on. It's only 7 minutes between them and the position match.
I mean, with the scores like this, we are poised for a very interesting second half. It's coming true.
Who are joining us right now. This is Asia Rugby Emirates Under 27s 2025. For the Kazakhs, we have Rodion Shipstein on the pitch. We have David Razikov. We have Edward Botambekov. We have Arlan Rustamov, Darian Karimov, Baibares Askar, and Oleg Gusev. For the Indians, we have Karan Rajgir, Sumit Kumar Roy, I beg your pardon, Golden Kumar, Charan Hembram, David Munda, Deshraj Singh, Bharat Kisan, and Ajit Nag. Sumit Kumar Roy, of course, the captain. Golden Kumar, this morning, made sure India had something on that board.
They need to do a lot more if they want to come back into this match. The Kazakhs have height and size advantage, but the Indians, we saw them yesterday, blistering pace, beat UAE, had a fun opening to their campaign. Unfortunately, went down to Hong Kong, China, and definitely they'll be looking to win this one so that they can move on to play for the 5th and 6th position.
Well, the Indians will take pride in beating the UAE because they are a very, very good, solid side. And I think they will carry that pride today in their game. I hope this half brings us some amazing rugby from the Indian side.
Absolutely, that's what we're all eagerly looking forward to, and everybody wants that from the Indian rugby team. Especially, Akshay, especially the under-20s who have been performing really well in the recent past. And here we go again, the second half.
India grabbed the opportunity to get the ball. Now turning things. Oh, right before he was going to offload. Ball still with the Indians. This plays offload there.
Offload didn't have any precision on that. Passing once again. India deep in their own half. Good work there by the Indians. He goes for the kick.
This is probably an opportunity. Look at that guy running and he's kicked it all over the pitch. The Kazakhs have, however, been the faster side here. Made sure reached the ball earlier.
He was always catching up there. There was no chance for the Indian player on the left flank. A good job for kicking it away from the danger zone. But could have been a chance, an opportunity for India. Unfortunately, nothing unfolds.
Suddenly you see a couple of Kazakh players on their knees. It's hot out there, as always.
The players have to hydrate. It's hotter than yesterday. The conditions are more humid. Of course, like yesterday, we will have an afternoon break. But that doesn't change much in terms of the weather conditions and the playing conditions that are out there. It's hard, it's tough for both teams, especially the ones that came in from other nations. Now India on the prowl. Could this be a chance? He fumbles and a try. Finally, India find themselves coming back into the match right in the start of the second half. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. What do you think, Akshay?
Oh, this was beautiful and this was well coordinated. The last fumble, I felt like he was going to give it a knock on, but he recovered well. And number 12 for India there, Ajit Nag, a new addition to the team. He hasn't played any matches in this tournament yet. He has made himself count. This is good for his own confidence. And India right now at 12 each.
Definitely any contribution from any player is much needed to both teams. That conversion, of course, unsuccessful. But both teams, once again, on the same level, and it's poised to be an extremely interesting match from here on.
Oh yes, this is the kind of matches that excite viewers, it excites spectators all across the world, rugby lovers. 12 all, 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the second half. This is going to be a fight.
Line out. It is in line out. Yes, it is. There was start from the halfway line. Kazakhstan quickly restart, looking to build from the back. Indians have to do better in terms of stopping them. Good offload there. Another great pass by Kazakhstan. India not being able to read and intercept well enough. Kazakhs have done that time and time over and over again. Now he's got a chance. He needs to peg him back. Kazakhs are just flying at the moment. Every time India score, they come back even faster.
Well, the Indian defense will have to ensure that they keep the scores level till their players find that space and find that try. They cannot let them get on the lead. It looks difficult for them right now. Look at them. That's a certain 7. Good try from Kazakhstan. They have taken back the lead. Indians have been pegged back all over again. It always looked coming once they started that from the center line. Look at that. The way he moved his hips away, and this is sheer brute strength, good offload, precise and inside.
This is what Kazakhstan has been doing all along in this match. Just as I said earlier, about a couple of seconds ago, Akshay, every time India score, they just come back harder and faster. And they're proving to be too much for the Indian nation at the moment. Still some time left on the clock. India could give a swift reply.
Oh yes, we are expecting, and that little bit of luck could have probably helped India. The referee thinks otherwise.
Once again, India committing another mistake with that knock-on.
Another scrum. Now India will have to find a response really quickly because they cannot let time pass away. And then if at all they want to win this match, they won't only have to get a reply back, they'll have to find a try that puts them on lead as well, Rohit.
Absolutely. They either have to look for the 7 points, and then we go into golden point probably, or maybe we will see difference between the two teams in terms of tries scored and the point average. We'll have to wait for confirmation for that later in case it goes down to a tie. But for now, Kazakhstan sit pretty with 7-point lead.
Scrum being played out there. Important one at that. The context of the game. One more try from here, Kazakhstan will be far beyond India's reach.
Absolutely, it'll be disastrous, and now they're on the go once again.
That's a mistake from the Kazakhs, a rare mistake there. The Indians should take full advantage of that situation that they have been handed here.
The Indian team awarded the knock-on, call for the scrum. Number 9 there, Sagar Prakash. The scrum half is going to feed the ball into the scrum. Now India lose the ball once again. Position with Kazakhstan. They are flying at the moment. Can they find another try? Well done by
That's
Team
an
India.
opportunity.
He's on the run.
Oh, that's a beautiful opportunity Indians have. Number 6 is running away with the ball. Can he offload the ball quickly? Because Indians have gained some ground here. And he does. Number 10 now has the ball. Sends it to Karan Rajbar, who's trying to slide away from 2 defenders. Couldn't, but still having the ball. Can he give it back to his teammates? Yes. Number 3 sends it. Golden Kumar sends it. Number 8 has it now.
Shivam.
Look at him. This could be a good opportunity. He's running away with this opportunity. He's going to give India their 7. What a beautiful try. India back in the match. 47 seconds left in this match and India are back to level terms. This is great for viewing. This will really make the Indian viewers happy. And the Indians are charged up now. Look at them. They're running well.
Absolutely crazy action at both ends. Try after try. Both going at each other, not giving up. Indians are not going down without a fight. We have 45 seconds remaining on the clock and the Indians have just equalized.
Oh, I love the way they changed directions. They were trying to get from the right side of the pitch and then suddenly when they couldn't find a way through the defense, they moved it to the left and that's where Indians saw the magic happen.
And there goes the hooter. If Kazakhstan can find a try here, they will succeed and go on to win this match. But if India can regain, India have regained possession of the ball, they might go for the kill here. Pace down the left flank. He could just go away with it. And that is what Team India is capable of.
We are ecstatic here in the final dying moments of the second half. India has pulled off magic. They were trailing 7 points and suddenly they are on a 5-point lead. Ajit Nag, the new addition. What a game.
And he's won it for Team India. And they move on to play for the 5th and 6th position later on today. Ajit Nag, take a bow, you champion. You've done it again for Team India.
Oh, you'll have to appreciate Paco Hernandez for choosing this player in this match because he has been the difference. The first try that came for India came from Golden and then Ajit Nag twice, giving India that very much needed impetus.
Kazakhstan will feel gutted. They played so very well with India. They went for the kill and they got just exactly what they wanted. Beautiful work. They move on. Ecstatic. That will be a world of confidence for them before they go and play for the 5th and 6th position. That will be late later on today. Oh, what a game.
And, you know, psychologically, this is a very good win to have because now they'll be counting. They have been playing 4 matches since yesterday. They won 2, lost 2. Looks good. But what do you say? And the teams that they are beating, UAE and Kazakhstan, no minnows by any means.
And with that, Akshay, this match ends with India winning 24-19. The Kazakhs will feel gutted, but it's full-time here in the first match of the last day of the Asia Rugby Emirates Under-20 Sevens. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Me and Akshay will be back for the second match of the day, where Uzbekistan will take on UAE.
Now we're watching the highlights of what happened in the first game of day 2 here at Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025, and a beautiful morning for India because they were trailing for a long time in this match, but they came back fighting. Ajit Nag, the star for India in this match. Now the second match. You can see the players lined up. It's going to be UAE boys versus Uzbekistan boys. Just gonna read out the names of the players who will be starting for their respective teams. For UAE, it is going to be Daniel Plumtree, number 2 Stefan De Jong, number 3 Archie Evanson Goddard, jersey number 5 Joseph Wright, jersey number 7 Nicolas Fritz, a very important pillar of this team, Miles Vedelgo, and Henry Turner, jersey number 11. For the Uzbeks on the pitch will be Abdulaziz Nuraliev, jersey number 3 Bekmurud Abdu Vosidov, jersey number 4 Said Ahmad Nigmonov, jersey number 5 Abdullo Akhmadov, jersey number 6 Aziz Khan Nuraliev, jersey number 8 Sanatbek Rakhimov, jersey number 9 Gairat Razabov.
Yes, another very interesting match we have on our hands. The winner of this, of course, will go on to play for the 5th and 6th position. India, of course, having already won the first match. They're the team that went through. And the team that win today, either UAE or Uzbekistan, will face off India in the 5th and 6th. The loser will go on to take on Kazakhstan for a place for 7th and 8th.
And the Uzbeks come with a change of jersey today. They were playing in greens yesterday. Today they are playing in blue and white.
Yes, looks like they've gone with their alternative jersey. And that man, the number 7, Nicolas Fitz, is definitely one to look out for today. Akshay, don't you think he had a terrific day yesterday?
Both these, jersey number 15 and jersey number 7, they were important pillars for victory yesterday. And on the fight that UAE boys showed yesterday, that was amazing to watch. Even against Sri Lanka, they just missed it by a little whisker.
Absolutely. But I must say that I hope this game is as awesome as the last match that we just watched, because that was one hell of a game, wasn't it?
Rohit, we are in the thick end and the business end of this tournament, and you're going to see a lot of action. We are promising the same to the viewers, and look at this.
Yes, the UAE pushing Uzbekistan deep into their own half. The referee for today, Thomas, was calling for a penalty in the favor of UAE, of course. It's going to be a scrum on the 5-meter line.
Pressure for Uzbekistan very early in this match, and the UAE boys have done well to push them back very close to their try line.
Yes. And as you were saying, Akshay, we are in the business end of the tournament. Matches are going to be, they're crucial matches for all the teams. So definitely we're going to see some very, very nervy matches. You're going to see a lot of late tries and miracles happening, and a lot of surprises in store for us here today. And that man, Nicolas Fitz, looking for space, creating danger for Uzbekistan. He's been a menace for any team that's gone up against UAE.
Well, I'm very sure. Oh, that's a try from UAE. They were building the pressure all day long. Once they started the match, they were looking likely to score.
Is that
And they
man
did.
there?
That's Joseph Wright putting down 5 points there. And let's see if they can get 2 more points on the conversion.
It might be difficult to convert this one since the angle is quite acute, quite perpendicular in nature. Difficult to always score from this side. But we've seen this number 15 for UAE do it time and time again, just like he did yesterday. He's been prolific with the kicks. And just about misses that. So 5 points for UAE.
Yeah, nevertheless, good lead to have. And right from the very opening moments, we could see that UAE were pushing Uzbeks way back towards their try line. Kept them under constant pressure. And finally, they wilted. 5 points to UAE. The kind of quality this side has and the willpower to keep fighting even till the final seconds.
Just like we saw yesterday, the performance they put up against Sri Lanka, UAE, just like the last match we saw this morning, it all went down to the wire, and by the finest of the finest margins did Sri Lanka get that victory. But how impressive was UAE yesterday?
Very impressive, both the sides. In fact, the men's and the women's side, both of them showed great heart, great fight. Whatever happens in this tournament shouldn't really bother them, because obviously they have earned a lot of respect from all the teams and the viewers and rugby connoisseurs alike.
Exactly, they've earned a lot of respect for the display of rugby they've put up and the performance they've put up. It's been absolutely splendid to watch.
Those Uzbeks are still mistake prone. There are chinks in their armor at this point, and that is why they're not being able to advance towards the try line. And look at this, UAE are again pushing them back. This could be dangerous. UAE now coming in like waves. The first match actually set the template for the day, it seems to me, because that nail-biting finish from India. And look at this. Uzbeks are trying to find space. The defense comes in. Ball is still on the loose. Uzbeks get possession. They're running in. There is space in front of him. Can he slide down? Good offload. There's opportunity. There's opportunity. Number 11 for Uzbekistan. Ozodbek Abdursalov. He's running in. And surely now that's 7 points. 7 points. 7 points for Uzbekistan. Number 11 does it for his country. And now scores. Uzbekistan, in fact, have a 2-point lead now. Against the run of play, I would say, Rohit. Looked like UAE were in total control.
It looked like UAE had just slept off or dozed off there for a second, unaware of what was happening, and Uzbekistan taking total advantage of that situation, knowing exactly where the players were, how they were not in their positions. They saw the opening, they saw the gaps, and once again, Uzbeks doing good on the counter, you know that.
Yeah, Uzbekistan has been showing it consistently. So now this will be a wake-up call for UAE, and they'll have to be ultra switched on, because they cannot give any openings to the Uzbeks. First of all, the first task is going to be cut that lead and get to the lead, because UAE now don't have the scoreboard advantage towards them anymore.
Yep, the 2-point lead now with Uzbekistan coming back and getting that 2-point lead. I don't know how UAE couldn't keep the Uzbeks away from the deep end of their own half, but it seems like they just switched off there for a second, UAE, and that allowed Uzbekistan to hit back on the counter and capitalize on that.
Well, this Uzbek team is suddenly looking changed, and there is spring in their steps. And look how far they have pushed the UAE team all over again towards their try line. There's constant pressure on UAE now. Let's see what comes out of this scrum, this line out.
It started with UAE looking like total control of the match, but now the tables have turned. It's the Uzbeks who've been applying the pressure. And here there's a chance again. He offloads the ball, but they still have possession. But knock on there. While it did look like it was backwards, but the referee thinks otherwise, and rightfully so. He's given the correct decision.
Now the UAE boys will have to definitely defend this, because if Uzbekistan get a try here, that will put them in a very comfortable lead. And you know, the score pressure is actually very real, you know. While Uzbekistan were on 0, they were not the same team that they are now, with 7 points on the board. The UAE finally being able to break free a little. Nicholas Fritz running in from the left. Swiftly tackled there.
That was an excellent tackle, Akshay.
Yeah, because we know this guy. If he would have slipped from that left flank, there would have been nearly no chance for the Uzbeks to grab him.
Once again, UAE UAE conceding that knock on there. Those silly mistakes can cost them very dearly at the end, and they should play like they did against Sri Lanka yesterday. Absolutely flawless, didn't put a foot wrong right from the very first start. But here we see them not really giving their all, or they haven't really brought their A game into this match, or maybe they've just switched off for a second or two, and that's allowed Uzbekistan to capitalize and score some tries.
There has been one try each from both teams, and just under 10 seconds left in this first half. Both the teams would like to keep the scorecard just as it is.
There goes the hooter. Last bit of action.
And that's the... Now, Uzbekistan, do they have an opportunity? UAE takes the ball. Fumbles.
Knock on. Once again, another knock on. And that will be the last bit of action in the first half, and we're all poised for a very interesting game ahead of us. Don't go anywhere, because Uzbekistan just lead with a splendid margin of only 2 points.
We are getting to the start of the second half here.
All smiles there, good to see. Always good scenes when the players are smiling and enjoying out there. Even though it's a critical and crucial match for both teams, they both want to end on a high, but it's good to see happy faces, smiling faces, usually in tournaments like this.
Just 2 points differentiate these two teams right now. This is going to be an ultra important half for both the teams. Those bigs definitely would like to keep that lead going.
Victory is going to go to those who will make a difference in this half.
Kicked well, goes out, UAE to get possession.
Line out for Uzbek, in fact. For Uzbekistan.
Yeah. UAE to
apologies,
throw it.
you were right, Akshay. It is UAE's line out.
They keep possession, trying to go from the right side. 2 good offloads, 1 more. The Uzbeks make sure they don't advance any further. The ball possession still with those UAE boys. Look at the dedication there from the UAE. One of the players lost their jerseys. He kept on playing, didn't stop to get back to his jersey. This is good. This is dedication. And shows how much it means for these young players from UAE to play for their country.
He didn't even think once before running in for a tackle after he lost his jersey rather. That's called pure determination and passion for playing for your country. It's always good to see something like that. Showcases how much hunger and fire in the belly is there in these young boys, these under 20 young men, if I must say.
The Uzbeks have certainly made some meters. They've gone up ahead towards the UAE boys. The try line and constantly. And now look at that opportunity. Can Nicholas Fritz make something out of it? He has kicked the ball twice over now. Oh, there. That is 5 points for UAE. Suddenly, against the run of play, they were pushed back, pegged back. Constant pressure from Uzbekistan, but out of that little opportunities that UAE got, they have scored 5 points.
Yes, out of nowhere, number 22 conjures up some magic on the left flank, goes for the kick, gets total control of the ball, and gets 5 more points for his team. Incredible work from UAE, getting the lead once again in this match. And that's exactly what they would have wanted, having gone down by 2 points in the first half. It's perfect reply from them. And it's all on once again in this match. Here's a look at that again.
Look at that, look at that. That was fortunate, but he didn't stop there. He lost his balance and then made sure that he had the ball when he crossed the try line under total control. 5 points. It gives out, look at that balance, and that gives out, that's a very good testament to the kind of athletes these boys are. The athleticism. It's mind-boggling to watch. And Uzbekistan showing some urgency now. They have to, certainly have to.
Trying to find some inroads, still no space. UAE's done well this second half. They've got the lead and they've showcased some great defensive work, not allowing the Uzbekis to find any space or a margin of a gap to go through and score a try, and that's been some great work on display from UAE. An exciting team to watch. It has been extremely exciting to watch UAE in action, especially against Sri Lanka yesterday, and they lost by the finest margins. But that's yesterday. Today is a new day, and they're looking for a spot for the 5th and 6th position. Things getting heated up out there. The ref coming in between, cooling things down. The scrum had collapsed earlier on.
And today, all the matches that we have been watching, because this is the business end of the tournament, they have been played really, really close. Even now, it's 10-7 between UAE and Uzbekistan, with almost 2 minutes to go.
No.
Oh, good dummy there.
Good work from number 15 from UAE.
Now ball possession really becomes important. They are fighting for it. We'll have to see. Uzbekistan, it seems, have the ball.
Knock on. Refs asked for. There's going to be a substitution with Uzbekistan.
Yeah,
Ref
number
asked.
12 goes in, and number 11 comes out. Abdur Rasulov goes out. Arman Mirbaev comes in. Scrum has been called for.
These young boys have put up a very good fight.
Uzbeks will have to convert this opportunity. Definitely they have to. There is not much time left. This is the final minute now, and can the Uzbeks make something happen here? They're trying their best, but the UAE now have the ball, and this is good from them. That opportunity that was building up, they have broken it. We'll have to see what they make of the opportunity that they have got now. Sending it down the left flank. Good offload. Ball's on the ground. That goes out of play, despite the fact that the UAE player there tried his level best to keep the ball in play. Just under 30 seconds left now.
It was interesting to see earlier the way UAE closed down Uzbek when they were trying to find a gap. There was a gap, but three players from UAE converged together to see the man and see him off and not allow him an inch of a gap to go through. And then they regained possession and now on the verge of scoring a try probably. That's unfortunate.
Rather unfortunate. That could have been a try there. Looks like a replacement coming in. Number 10 for UAE comes in, Sultan Ali.
It's a scrum. Very close to the try line from the 5-meter mark, in fact.
Probably the last play of the day for this match.
Uzbeks, their last chance to take the lead. They know that, but UAE have kept them away from their half so far.
Still keeping possession though and trying to go from the right flank, and there is opportunity there. There are three defenders. He dodges two, but they have grabbed him. They'll have to keep the ball if they want to make something out of it. Let's see if they can keep possession here. Uzbek players converging. Constantly there, keeping hold of the ball. The Uzbeks are not giving up. They are not ready to give up, even in these final moments. Trying really hard. That could be really critical. And this time, UAE have kicked it off. Finally, it seems like they have put the match to the end. And that could be a try, could be a 7 now. UAE have finished this well. They have put this game to the bed. This is amazing from UAE.
Yep.
You know, every time it looks like Uzbekistan are going to do something miraculous, UAE make sure they do not let that lead go.
Absolutely fantastic work from UAE to see Uzbekistan through and see them. They made sure they made the most of this game, and right at the end, they sealed the deal with that final try. And that came from number 1, Daniel Plumtree. He's had a good tournament so far. And that's how things end here. Hard luck for Uzbekistan. UAE, fantastic, the better team today. And they will take on India later on for 5th and 6th position, while Kazakhstan will take on Uzbekistan for 7th and 8th position. Yesterday, both of those nations played against each other, and so did India and UAE. They will take on each other once again today. But that's how things end in the second game of the Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27's last day. It's UAE who get the better of Kazakhstan. Of Uzbekistan, I beg your pardon.
Look at that run there. Good offloads, making sure they kept the ball in, and then there was resistance from the Uzbeks as well. They tried their level best to keep themselves ahead in the match. Unfortunately, they couldn't. And India and UAE will get to the next match. That will be a different context in this tournament. The last time they met, India came on top. This will be for bigger bragging rights.
It's time to make stronger connections. Business meet tech. Sports meet transformation. At Capgemini, our power comes from bringing it all together.
Welcome back, folks. It's the semi-finals for a place in the finals. It's going to be Sri Lanka, the heavyweights in this tournament, taking on the other heavyweight, China, and both these teams have had a prolific beginning to their campaign. This is the Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s final day. And we are coming live from the Rajgir Sports Complex in Bihar and live on Asia.
जीत पर और फिर उज़्बेकिस्तान और यूएई के बीच एक कड़ा मुकाबला जिसमें यूएई ने
Do follow all the action on Asia Rugby Live. And don't go anywhere today. We've got some exciting games lined up for you. And here's how both teams line up today. Sri Lanka have Nazar Mohammad, Pasindu Wathanage, Shahid Zumri, Janit Marasinghe, Shinal Silva, who's been brilliant, Mahati Raban, Jimana Vijayaratna, Pasindu Bandara, Rushan Bandara Naika, Yam, who's also been a great player, Bullet Singala, Gayan Pereira, and Udshav Ratnayaka. And for the Chinese, we have Irfei Shan, Bing Dong, Zhu Hang Mi, Jiu Bin Yu, Shenglin Hang, Jing Yu Wang, Teng Fei Zi, Ying Kai Li, Ji Kyung Ma, Jin Bao Gao, Chao Ma, and Jin Hao Li. And this is exactly how both teams lined up today. We're just about to take the field any moment now. Remind the viewers, this is a match for a place in the finals of the Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s. And as the players head into the field, I am joined in the commentary box with my fellow commentator, Alan. Alan, what do you think of the game today? What do you think things are going to pan out?
Good morning, Paulie. It's great to be here in the English com box with you. And look, the first two games that we watched today, I think if judging by how the action was in those games, it's going to be a roller coaster of a day. And now it's an all-important semi-final. We saw that those teams were not playing for a semi-final spot, but the intensity that they had on field was just lovely to watch as a neutral viewer. And now a semi-final or knockout game, we all know the pressures that this game brings. So I'm hoping and praying that these two teams put on a show for all the viewers here, because we all love to see a game that's a competitive, that has the edge there, that goes on to the last second. And here's to having that once again.
Absolutely. We've seen the first two matches and the intensity in those games and how they've played, and that's just for the positions. But these matches really count, and we could see something absolutely spectacular coming from these games. These two games ahead of us, Sri Lanka and China, then Hong Kong, China later on, taking on Malaysia. So it's very interesting how this game pans out. Now China looking for those gaps, those openings, trying to make those inroads early in this match. Both teams will look to put points up on the scoreboard really early in this match, take a lead so that they can work with something thereafter.
Yes, that's right, Paulie, because pressure makes you do funny things, and especially in a knockout game, if your opponents go ahead and score a try, that be 5 points or 7 points, it does play on your mind as a player.
Absolutely. I think it definitely plays on your mind. And just like we saw yesterday, silly mistakes, knock-ons have been costly and costed teams dearly and have gone on to loss because of that. And pressure, that's definitely what happens under pressure. And we saw that yesterday. And we saw that earlier today as well. But hoping both teams can hold on to their nerves and deliver something, like I said, absolutely spectacular. It's everything the viewer wants. It's a scintillating match.
Yes, and these two teams have been quite dominant in almost every game that they've played. They've sent a message across with their playing style that I think all the teams watching would be wary of. And this is another game that they would want to stamp their own image, stamp their own authority. And now China running forward with the ball there. That's a good interception, but perhaps a little too much power on the kick. Can the China player pace across the turf? That's not to be for him, but you can see the thinking that China has with this. They want to put this team, the Sri Lankan team, under pressure right from the word go.
Absolutely, it looked just like that. It looked for a moment he was going to get there, but it just about outran him.
Yes, and Paulie, how difficult is it to make these micro decisions in, you don't perhaps even get a second, you perhaps get less than a second to make these decisions, and these players don't have to make one, they have to make perhaps 10 micro decisions in that 1 or 0.1 second. So you can only imagine what must be going through their head.
Definitely, and you know what astonishes me is that these boys are young boys. They're playing under 20. They're not men yet. They're not playing in the men's category, but they're making these micro decisions, and it's so interesting to see how they are wired in their brain, and the practices have been working, and it's all muscle memory now that's coming out. Now China deep inside Sri Lanka's half. Could this be the first try of the tournament? Surely. And that's 5 points for China. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yes, and it was jersey number 7 there, Teng Fei Zi, who's given his team 5 very important, 5 very crucial points in the context of this game, in the context of this tournament. China with the lead, China ahead. China be feeling a little bit relieved.
Absolutely. China will be relieved, but we all know the caliber that Team Sri Lanka has. And definitely expecting a very swift reply from them, because we've seen it time and time again that how they've replied whenever they've gone down. Whenever their opponents have scored a try, they've come back swiftly with a reply, and hopefully we'll get to witness something like that very soon. As easy as he would liked it. And number 9 there, and then number 7 there, Teng Fei Zi. It gives the style of Rugby Sevens. It allows both teams to have an opportunity to get back on the scoreboard. Because usually in Rugby 17s, when you score a try, it's the opposition that kicks off the ball to you. But in Rugby Sevens, it's exactly the opposite. So end-to-end action guaranteed all the time. And that's exactly why the viewers tune in and watch Rugby Sevens, the fast-paced action of the game. And now Sri Lanka on the run. Find this gap. Surely that's 7 points for them. And as I just said, Alan, it's not Sri Lanka if they don't come back with a swift reply.
Yes, very well said there, Paulie. And it's Gayan Pereira who gives his team not 5 but 7 points based on the new rules that have started in this tournament. So Sri Lanka already with just 1 try ahead in this game, albeit by just 2 points. But it's not the points, it's the fact that you are ahead of the team that matters.
Absolutely. Anything goes over here. Every point matters. We've seen the games go down to the wire previous to this, and we're expecting something similar to those games in this one. But every point matters. Even a point can make a difference, and that's exactly why these teams are going at each other and not slowing down at all. And we can see why the ref called for a foul. The kick there didn't clear the line. A beautiful work from China. A great tackle there coming in from Sri Lanka. A quick restart from China. That's the number 7. He's going to do it again. Will he? And Teng Fei Zi once again getting 7 more crucial points for China. How was that, Alan?
That was absolutely beautiful to watch. I think there was a level of majestic to it. You know, he just looked so unperturbed. And once again, it's Teng Fei Zi who gives his team 7 points, matching the jersey on his number on his jersey there. And you saw how happy he was after he scored that try.
That's irony at its best, I guess. The number 7 getting 7 points for his team. And look at that sidestep right before. A beautiful sidestep. Completely foxing the opponent and running away for those crucial 7 points. And just to remind the viewers, we did say yesterday and reiterated, but I'll do it once again today. The new rule in this Asia Rugby Emirates under-27 is that if they get it between the yellow lines underneath the upright, it's a full 7 points. Now, Alan, look at that.
Once again, it's Sri Lanka. This Sri Lankan team, it looks like, Paulie, I think they thrive on the comeback emotion that if we are behind, we will muster up all the energy that we have to get back into this game. And wow, what a game this is turning out to be. This first half coming to the end over here, and not a lot separating these two teams.
Yeah, it's all even Stevens here, and we are poised for a very interesting match in the second half. Once again, for the viewers joining us today, we've had some extremely exciting matches. All 3 matches have been extremely fun to watch. High octane, high energy, high intensity. That's how I'll describe the games here today.
Yes, and let's see now as these two teams regroup, try to understand what they could do better, what they perhaps need to not do.
Yes, China, of course, coming out on the strong front and getting those 2 vital tries. And then, as I was saying, Sri Lanka, they thrive on countering and they thrive on coming back. And that's why they're called the comeback kings. That's why they're heavyweights in this competition. We all know what they're capable of. I'm sorry. We saw yesterday when Sri Lanka took on UAE, how close that match was. And UAE did really give Sri Lanka a run for their money. In the start of the second half, it's Sri Lanka looking for that opening. They've already got 2 points, a 2-point lead.
And you can see on the scoreline there that at half time it was 12-12. It's now 14 with the conversion kick, and now it looks like it's going to increase. Yes, it is going to increase. So Sri Lanka said that enough of coming back in the game. Now we will be ahead of China and take the lead here. Sri Lanka in control.
Yes, they've done exactly as you said. They came back twice in this match, and they found the opportunity to take the lead, and they've done exactly as planned. Their planning and their strategy is going exactly as they would have wanted it. They're executing everything well, not putting not making a mistake at all, not putting a wrong foot forward at all.
Yes, that's rightly said, Paulie. It's Pasindu Vithanange, who gives his team a lead of 5 points here. And I'm sure that the coach of the Sri Lankan team will be very happy with his team coming on top in just the first minute of this second half.
Yes. And now China looking to come back from behind and getting a try that could make it all even once again. But they've just fallen behind slightly in this match. Seem to have slowed down their tempo a little bit. I mean, they haven't dozed off for sure, but just slightly slowed down in tempo. Now, there's a chance, there's an opening. Could this be 7 points? No, but 5 for sure. It's number 1, Irfi Shan, with the try. Now, China, good stuff from them. Neck-to-neck stuff here at the Rajgir International Sports Complex. Unfortunately, couldn't convert that. The score will remain 19-12. Sri Lanka having that 2-point lead. Here's a look at that try again. Found the gap, found the space, and darted away towards the try line.
Paulie, it's almost as if the China team was listening to the commentary where we were talking about how their energy looked a little bit down and their steps looked like a little bit lesser. But they turned it on for that particular play, and you can see the result of it. 17 to China, just 2 points now separating the two teams.
Yes, Alan, it almost feels like they're plugged in with their mics and their microphones, and they're exactly what we're talking about. I was talking about the Sri Lankan players making a comeback, and they did so. And now the China players following an example. Well, they call it the commentator's jinx. I call it the commentator's prediction.
Yes, that's very well said, Paulie. And, you know, sometimes us commentators, they use that commentator's curse word a lot. So maybe there should be another opposite term for it.
Definitely.
And I think Paulie's come up with it here. But now all our focus on Sri Lanka, who are looking to run through. Once again, this Sri Lankan team is just absolutely relentless. Their celebrations there. Look at that jump. And look at that celebration. Wow. These guys know how to pose for the cameras, don't they?
Absolutely. These guys are more like superstars here, these island boys. They have put on a great show on a grand stage, and they've proven to be a force to reckon with. There is no getting around this team. Have been absolutely fabulous from the word go. Right from yesterday, a win against Hong Kong, China, then India, and after that, a tight one with UAE, but still coming on to the top at the end of all the matches. And there's the girls' team loudly cheering on the boys in grey.
Yes, it was Gayan Pereira once again for his team with that try and with that quite awesome pose for a celebration. And why wouldn't he celebrate? He is bringing his team there inching closer to a spot in the all-important final.
I don't want to have a crossover of two sports, but that almost looked like a Kylian Mbappe celebration, didn't it?
Yes, it definitely did. And if we get the opportunity to ask him, we definitely should.
Definitely.
Where that celebration came from, or maybe that could be a Gayan Pereira original.
You never know. It's a long kick there.
Yes, you can see what China is trying to do, force Sri Lanka deep into their half and then perhaps put them under pressure, allowing them that opening. But the Sri Lankan team, I must say, just absolutely wonderful in everything they do so far.
Penalty awarded to the Sri Lankan team. About a minute remaining in the second half. Well in control of this match, Sri Lanka. Controlling the tempo of the game almost here. China, shoulders are drooping just a bit right now. Little deflated, but not all out of it. They know a try or two in this last minute could make a difference. In order to do that, it would be nothing short of a miracle.
Exactly, and that age-old cliche of it's not over until it's over is definitely applicable here. China need to believe. They've been a great team so far. They've put on some splendid performances in this tournament, and it's time for another one if they are to perhaps script a comeback for the ages.
I mean, if you look at the Chinese players, they have quite a considerable height difference here. But the Sri Lankans have been fast, swift, aggressive and strong. A well-oiled machine almost, the Sri Lankan team. Now 13 seconds left on the clock.
And Paulie, how much do you think the conditions at play today would have affected China? I'm not saying that it's an excuse that they can perhaps use, but conditions when we came today in the morning on the ground, we as locals ourselves were really astonished by how hot and the temperature difference from yesterday and today. So do you think that would have played a little bit of a factor?
Definitely. You saw the Uzbekistan team falling to their knees because of the heat and the humid conditions here in Bihar. It's incredibly hot, quite unbearable to be honest. It will play a major role in the psyche of the players here. And when we talk about the island boys, here you go. And that's how Sri Lanka end the match, and they're into the finals of the Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025. Little scuffle going on over there. The players and the referee coming in the middle just to stop things.
Yes, and a little argy-bargy there between the two teams. But all's well that ends well, I hope.
Yeah, they're still pushing each other around.
Passionate bunch of boys, these from both teams, and understandably so, one side will be disappointed on losing out in a place in an all-important final there, and we hope that at the end of it, both the teams play in the right spirit of the game, appreciate what rugby we've been seeing, what rugby we saw in this match. Sri Lanka coming on top and now booking their place in that final. And what a picture it would be if we get to see the entire team do the Gyan Pereira celebration.
Yeah, definitely. That would be quite a scene. Here's a look at some of the highlights of the match. Yeah, as I was saying, Alan, the weather conditions are not really ideal for a day of rugby, but there's nothing that can be done. And of course, you see the boys from Sri Lanka, they're used to humid conditions. As I was saying, the Sri Lankans are used to humid and hot conditions, whereas China has a different kind of a demographic basically, because the players come from all around, hilly regions, hot regions. So it would definitely have played in their minds and could have made the difference.
Nevertheless, China, you've put on great performances throughout the tournament. And the fact that you made the semi-final is a testament to that. On the day, the better team, the team that perhaps took their chances, not with both hands, but both hands and legs.
Yes.
Sri Lanka in the finals. But a huge shout out to China for putting on quite a show there. And now we move our attention towards the next game that will be coming up in just a few moments.
It's time to make stronger connections. Business meet tech. Sports meet transformation. At Capgemini, our power comes from bringing it all together.
And we're back for the second semi-final for the cup here at the Rajgir Sports Complex, Bihar. And it's Hong Kong, China, who's going to take on Malaysia. Both of them who've had a fantastic campaign so far. Both teams have been absolutely prolific, haven't lost a match yet. Yet to lose a match, both teams. And here's how the team line up today. Both teams ready to get onto the field. It's William Stubbings, the number 1 for Hong Kong, China. Luke Bannon, Ryan Schroeder, Matthew Rickford, James Key, and Dave McMurray. That's how the starting 7 looks like. And for the Malaysian boys, it's Syami Mohammad Yusuf, Abdul Siakur Badrul Hisham, Ahmed Siakar Asrul, Putra Zarkini Mohammad Zainuddin, Lakmanul Hakim Ramli, number 11 Van Mohammad Siakar, and number 12 Van Daniel Swazwan. Any moment now, we'll be set for the second semi-finals for the cup in this Asia Rugby Emirates Under-20 Sevens.
Yes, and this Malaysia team, Paulie, is quite spirited in their efforts there. They just don't know when to give up. They just don't know when to switch off. They're always operating at, I would say, 120%. And,
Absolutely.
And those efforts have resulted in them scoring a spot in a semi-final. So let's see now if their good script goes on in this game as well, or will Hong Kong, China, a team that's been a team to watch out for, a team to beat. They've had a wonderful run up until the semi-finals here, and they would be hoping that they can continue that. But Malaysia spoiled the parties for a few teams in this tournament. The party poopers, you could call them, for the other teams.
I mean, they had a wonderful match against China yesterday, and China went down fighting hard, and then they drew earlier with Kazakhstan. And so both teams actually taking the field are yet to lose a match. Malaysia, of course, having already drawn one. Yet to lose, both teams.
Yes, so one of these two teams will get that feeling after this game.
I feel, it's just my prediction, I feel Hong Kong may just have the edge over Malaysia slightly, but taking nothing away from this young, talented Malaysian team.
And Paulie, if that doesn't be the case, I think you would have more fun. Because when the script doesn't go the way you want it to go, it turns out to be even much more enjoyable.
Definitely, that's what I'm always looking forward to. I'd definitely like to prove me wrong, and everyone else would love to see an intense game here.
And I urge our viewers who are joining us on the live stream here, if you're joining us on YouTube, if you're joining us on Facebook, support your teams here. You can shout out comments or any player that you particularly want to shout out or keep an eye for, because this team, both teams need your support. They're putting it all on the line here for a spot in the finals. Here we go with the action in the second semi-final, Malaysia versus China.
Malaysia, good thinking from him, but smart work from Dave McMurray over there, regaining possession for his team. Or did he? Yes, it is a scrum for Hong Kong. It is for Malaysia, I beg your pardon. It's number 9, Lakmanul Hakim, to feed that ball into the scrum. Offloads the ball, playing down the right flank, looking for the space, looking for those gaps, those inroads to get through. Oh, he just picked him up there. He was hanging in the air for a while there, Alan.
Yes, air time there for the player from Malaysia. But wasting no time here are Hong Kong, China. They've started proceedings with their first try. Hopefully the camera angle changes and we can catch the jersey number of the player so we can give him a shout out because he's given his team the opening points there.
A much needed and important 5 points that Hong Kong desperately wanted in the beginning stages of this match.
And who else but Matthew Rickwood to take the conversion kick for Hong Kong, China. And he's been an absolute workhorse there in that position.
Now Malaysians, the Hong Kong Chinese team, have put the Malaysians on the back foot. Malaysia have to really play out of their skins to come back into this match. Line out, signaled by the referee.
And looks like assistant referee raising the flag over there for the line out is Anupam.
Yes, rightfully so. It is Anupam. We had a word with him early in the morning today. Asked him how things going to pan out, and he had one word for it. It's going to be hot out there, and intense though.
Yes, so always speaks to the T and to the point there, Anupam. And now here Malaysia with a kick there. Good thinking, and you've seen how Malaysia have been innovative in the moves that they make. Understanding the play that is currently happening from their oppositions and adapting to it, that is a sign of a great team. That is a sign of an evolving team. That is a sign of a team that's willing to progress further. And what a dummy there. What a dummy there. This Malaysian team has so much to like about them. Wow. So they have also come back here. They've equalized, and once again, we're hoping we can catch the jersey number that's on. It's jersey number
9 there, Lakmanul Hakim. The man with the try. Oh, what a wonderful. He threw that dummy and sidestepped and planted the ball onto the ground for another 5 points. For 5 points for Malaysia. Their first 5 points of the match. Conversion there unsuccessful. But scores all level here in this first half. And they start with a clean slate all over again, both teams.
Yes, very well put there, Paulie. Just brilliant, this Malaysian team.
As you were saying, they've been innovative. Even though they have been comparatively small in size than most of the other teams, they've made up with, even though they've been small in size, they made up with their speed, their power, and their innovative thinking. And finding those gaps at the crucial moments and scoring those tries that can take them closer to the finals.
Yes, you can say that this team plays with a lot of heart and a lot of belief in their own abilities, and that takes you places. And it's taken them to the semi-finals here. But now it's China on the charge. Jersey number 10. He tries to offload there with a cheeky pass. He finds his player. And now China.
A good recovery there from Malaysia. Diving effort there. Did a wonderful job for his country. Now Malaysia once again on the charge. Oh, brilliant offload there. But another lovely tackle.
Yes, Malaysia just showing you glimpses of how well coordinated, how well oiled they are as a unit. And now support there for the player. So the defense will be under pressure.
Dave McMurray passes to Oliver Clark, who's really close to scoring another try for Hong Kong, China. Tanner Holland. Dave McMurray coming there in support. Oh, lovely work from Malaysia. They've managed to regain possession of the ball. Threw a dummy, but not going to outfox the Hong Kong China player there.
Oh, and Polly, you can see majority of the Hong Kong China players are on their haunches, and so are the players from Malaysia. Conditions out here are not easy by any means, folks. So I urge all the supporters from both teams to egg your team on in the comment sections on the live. They're putting it all on the line here for a spot in the finals.
It's not easy to play in these conditions. It's extremely hot out there. So we are nearly nearing noon, and it's only going to get tougher for the players. And kudos to them. They've been up for the challenge all along, going at each other from the very first second of this match. Now, can Hong Kong China take the lead from here? There is a possibility, and surely another 5 points for Team Hong Kong China. Just waiting for the camera. It looks like it's Oliver Clark who scored that try. Good work from him. That's easily converted, and with that, they take a 7-point lead here, Hong Kong China. Here's a look at that again. Wonderful passing there, beginning with Dave McMurray and ending with William Stubbings, the number 1 there. He's already scored a couple of tries in this tournament so far. We saw him in action yesterday for Hong Kong China. Another great player to watch out for in this tournament. Oh, another lovely run there from Hong Kong China. Could this be another try? Offloads it, but straight in the hands of the Malaysians.
Yes, that was a good interception there, anticipating the move that their opponent was going to make. And Malaysia doing the right thing there for them, kicking the ball out.
And with that comes the end of the first half. Malaysia leading, not a very, apologies my viewers, it's Hong Kong China leading by 7 points. Oh, actually by, yes.
9 points.
9 points, yes. Hong Kong China 14, Malaysia 5.
Yeah, I think we missed out, or I think the conversion kick that Hong Kong China took was so swift and so fast that we perhaps missed that. And you know why? It's because it's Matthew Rickwood. I've seen throughout Hong Kong China's all 4 games, it's been him who is the designated conversion kick taker.
Yes.
And he took that quite easily. He made that look like a cakewalk. And let me tell you, it's no cakewalk, all right. Conversion kicks have not happened. Not a lot of teams have been able to make those conversion kicks and get those 2 points. And those 2 points make so much of a difference. Ask UAE.
Absolutely.
They'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, like we saw, there's a very small percentage of conversion rates over here in this tournament. Not a lot of teams have been able to convert from those drop kicks out there. We've seen a lot of tries, but a lot of unsuccessful conversions as well. So the success of the conversion rate is quite low in this tournament. It's not easy when you have to take a drop kick from acute angles here. Malaysia have to give their 100% in the second half if they want to take anything away from this match. They're all looking for that important spot in the final. They know how important it is.
Yes, because rubbing shoulders with a top team in the finals, it's going to do a lot of wonders to their own confidence, to their own beliefs and their abilities. Right now, they definitely will be thinking that we belong here, and why not? Because they've put on a wonderful effort up until now, and now all those games, all those efforts that they've put on, it's all on the line in the second half of the second semi-final in the men's category.
I mean, all the hard work they've put in to come and reach this position, they definitely don't want to undo it by committing silly mistakes.
Yes, they definitely would not want to make any silly mistakes there. If you lose the game to a better opposition who just on the day played better, then there's no harm in that. You have to stand up and applaud and appreciate. And right now, their opponents there, once again, making that run. Look at that pace there. Can he be stopped? No, he cannot. James Key with a key try, I would say, at the start of the second half, giving his team 5 points, extending their lead to now 14.
Comfortable lead there. They have Hong Kong, China. Malaysia, a lot of catching up to do in this half if they want to make a comeback. If they really, really want a spot in that final, they'll have to do something special. Something nothing short of a miracle probably will be needed from them. But here's a look at that. James Key, a key member of this Hong Kong China team. And Hong Kong China kickoff proceedings once again. The score here, Hong Kong China 19, Malaysia 5, and now there's a chance to go through once again. Support coming in at the right time for Hong Kong China. Now finding the gap, too much strength, couldn't deal with that. And number 5, Sam Nicole with yet another try and 7 more points added to the kitty.
Yes, that was really wonderfully done. We saw William Stubbings there, was trying to make a run for it. He was tackled. As you can see in front of your screens now, it's Sam Nicole who gives his team 7 points there, because it's right between those yellow lines behind the upright. The lead extending to 21 points now, Paulie.
If you look at that replay, it was almost too easy for James Key. Just about 4.5 minutes remaining here, and the ref calls for a scrum. Malaysia, it's Malaysia scrum. It's number 6. Putra Zarkini, the scrum half, who's going to feed the ball into the scrum. Quite delicately fed into the scrum there. Didn't want to make a hash of it. Right decision.
Yes, and they'll need a string of right decisions here, Malaysia, if they are to compete against what looks like a very, very energetic, hungry
The foot race
Hong Kong,
is on,
China.
but Hong Kong, China doing fabulous well. The player there, number 5, Sam Nicole, getting back right in time.
And you have to appreciate the effort there of Sam, because he was the one who just scored a try with that run there, and back again on the field, making that run to stop Malaysia. And once again on the charges, Sammy offloads there to Dave McMurray. Goes on to Matthew there. Now it's with William Stubbings.
Back to Matthew Rickwood. Rickwood with the ball. Stubbings now going ahead. Far too easy for Hong Kong, China. And it's highly likely that this team, this mighty Hong Kong, China team will take on the mighty Islanders in the finals. But it's not over till it's over. Malaysia absolutely have no answer for Hong Kong here. Hong Kong, China, they've been absolutely too good. And the better opponent today.
Yes,
Look at him
definitely.
go.
The second half, I think they just went into 6th gear. And their offloading has been precise. And their anticipation as well, Paulie, of where their opponent's going to be. And now we have the conversion specialist here, Matthew Rickwood, scoring his first try in this match. He's waiting. He's not going to let them go so easily.
That is
What did I tell you? He's a conversion kick specialist. This man, this boy has a lot of confidence in his abilities to take that conversion kick.
Absolutely. He didn't go for the full 7. He wanted the conversion. He wanted to take the kick. He's full of confidence. That clearly shows.
And Paulie, such characters, when you have such characters in the team, they make a lot of difference, don't they? When you have a guy who's so confident about his abilities, where you saw he had the opportunity right there to just easily get 7 points, but he chose the other way. He chose, no, I would do it how I am comfortable and I'm not going to choose the easy way. So great on Matthew there. Appreciate that effort that he did there.
It's always great to see something like this. It proves that, you know, there are some players out there who have the most confidence in themselves, who believe in themselves the most. That's exactly what matters in sports, especially in any form of, in any game. You can either take the smart way or you can go the hard way and make a difference.
And I think Matthew was being smart there by choosing the hard way because he knew exactly what he needed to do.
Hong Kong, China have simply run away with this game. There's no coming back from Malaysia at this stage. Highly unlikely. Hong Kong, China, 33 at this point. And we are set for a major clash in the finals. It looks like Sri Lanka will take on Hong Kong, China, first and second. And Malaysia will have to battle out for third and fourth against UAE.
And the hooter's gone off there, folks. So we're reaching the closing stages of this game. 33 to Hong Kong, China. 5 to Malaysia. The end is now almost there. Down on their haunches are most of the players. But after this, they will get a well-earned rest.
Yes, that is what these players are looking forward to. It's extremely difficult to play in the afternoon in sunny, hot Rajgir. Especially when you're playing a high-intensity game where every point matters. And each and every team is playing to end on a high and get the best position they can in this Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025.
And here we go with that kick outside. Hong Kong, China have made the finals of this Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025. A spirited effort from Team Malaysia in the first half, but China came out with some different plans, with a lot of energy, with a lot of purpose in that second half. And the scoreline at the end of this game is 33 to Hong Kong, China, 5 to Malaysia. And now Sri Lanka and Hong Kong, China will vie it out in the final for that coveted title of champions. A wonderful display of rugby. Even by the Malaysia team, they worked really hard to get here. And Paulie, just before the game started, we spoke about how one team will have to face their first loss of the tournament, and that team is Malaysia. But nonetheless, Malaysia, you should be immensely proud of your efforts so far. There's still another game to go for the rankings for you. So we hope that you muster up all the energy there and put up another display how you have in the league stages. And congratulations to Hong Kong, China, Paulie. A great effort.
Absolutely, I must say Hong Kong, China but never put a wrong foot forward. They were amazing right from the start, and now it looks like both teams, even the finals and a spot for third and fourth, it looks like both teams will face each other again, just like they did in the group stage. It's Hong Kong, China taking on Sri Lanka, and Malaysia taking on China. Malaysia did get the better of China in the group stage, Alan, and so did Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka got the better of Hong Kong, China. It will be interesting to see how things pan out in those matches later on here today.
Yes, absolutely, Paulie. That is a repeat of the first game of the tournament.
बिहार।
पदक जीतने पर सीधे हम लोग अगर चाहेंगे तो उनको नौकरी दे देंगे।
जहां खेल अब सपना नहीं पहचान बन चुका है। अब बिहार के खेल अध्याय में जुड़ रहा है रग्बी का सुनहरा पन्ना। 9 देश, 16 टीमें, एक मैदान। राजगीर स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स। ये सिर्फ टूर्नामेंट नहीं, बिहार के बढ़ते कदमों की गूंज है।
It's time to make stronger connections. Business meet tech. Sports meet transformation. At Capgemini, our power comes from bringing it all together.
Hello and welcome back to Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025. It's the final day of this tournament and it's time for the women's fixture. It's Team Sri Lanka taking on UAE. Now remember, the winner of this match will go on to play for 5th and 6th position. Here's how the teams line up. Minoli Jute, Sarini Mudia, Naduli De Silva, Pavni, Ishani Insanka, Tikashi Chamodi, Ishini Navodhya, Vinuri Azania, Archaj Leage, UAE Abigail Redoute, Jessica Harris, Ella Brooks, Talina Tavitt, Chloe Andrews, Hannah Hamburger, Jade Blomart, Hind Yakub, Lara Shah, Matilda Dando, Aisha Waleed, and Kiera Thorn. That's how both teams are lined up here today. This is the lineup for both teams. Both teams will be raring to go. In just a few moments, these players will enter the field. The loser of this match will go on to play for the position of 7th and 8th later here today. We've seen the UAE team perform extremely well. They put up some impressive performances yesterday. They might just slightly have the edge over Sri Lanka, but you can never say anything when it comes to rugby sevens. Anything can happen in these games. The underdogs can eventually go on to win as well. They're taking nothing away from both teams. Both teams start with a fresh and clean slate. Now, we're ready, and it looks like UAE is going to kick off proceedings. It's Chloe Andrews on the left flank. She looked to run away with that. The referee blows his whistle. Chloe Andrews now with the ball. Through a dummy there. A chance for UAE to score their first try. Very close here. And that will be the first try of the match. Wonderful work there from Abigail Ridu. I beg your pardon, that is an Abigail Ridu. Easily converted there by the number 5 from UAE. Here's a look at that again. Quickly taken too strong for the Sri Lankan defense there. The number 5 from UAE. UAE have taken the lead. An early lead is what they would definitely have wanted here, UAE. They had a good run of games yesterday, performed quite well. They showcased some great skills yesterday. Played some lovely rugby, exceptional rugby yesterday, which was on display for all of us to see. Now the ref has played advantage. Knock on now, it's called back. Ball will be with Sri Lanka. For a moment there, he had given an advantage. It was the number 5, Chloe Andrews, who had scored the try and then later converted for UAE. Now Sri Lanka looking for those gaps, looking for that space to make a run or create a chance. Penalty awarded to UAE here. UAE on the charge. Can she find the gap? Quite easily. And that will be the second try of the match. Another exceptional try there. A lovely conversion there by Chloe Andrews once again. Here's a look at that try there. And that was Jessica Harris who scored the try for UAE. And then Chloe Andrews not making any mistakes from the drop kick there. Easily converted. Now, UAE once again on the charge. UAE, the much stronger of the two teams here, looking for the offload. Knock on. Right call there by the ref. And calls for the scrum. Now, UAE currently lead by 14 points to nothing. And another try there for UAE. It's try galore over here. Tries galore. And now again, it's that girl, Chloe Andrews. Great support there. For the UAE team. We can hear some loud cheers from this side of the gallery, the broadcasting end, not only the dugout, but there are others over here egging on. the team from UAE. And if you are joining us live on Facebook, YouTube, do support your nation, comment, cheer, and egg on your team through your comments, because your support matters to them. Sri Lanka have the ball. UAE sit comfortably with 19 points. 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Here now, Chloe Andrews on the run once again. There's no catching her. She's running away with it. And another lovely try from the conversion specialist there, Chloe Andrews. Now UAE getting support from the Indian spectators here. Loud cheers from the stands on this side. And with that, it will be the end of first half. Extremely easy for UAE here today. Comfortably leading with 19 points, courtesy of that lady on screen, a young lady, Chloe Andrews. What a match she's had so far. Here are some of the highlights from the first half here. Chloe Andrews, obviously on screen. She's been involved in this game in more than one way. Chloe Andrews, absolutely spectacular stuff from her here today. 2 tries from her and 2 conversions successful. Clearly been the star performer of the match in this first half. And we're all set for the second half. In this matchup between UAE and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, a lot to do in this half. Trailing by 24 points. Not a real good kick, but straight in the hands of Chloe Andrews. I'm sorry, it's Chloe Andrews now who is on the ball. Support is there for her. It's a knock on. Couldn't hold on to that. Another knock on there. Mistake from that girl from Sri Lanka. Silly mistakes here. And this is where experience matters. This is what differentiates two teams. Goes down to experience and mindset. Sri Lanka not being able to put up a decent fight. Not being able to stand up to this strong UAE contingent. Chloe with the ball. A good couple of passes there. Now working down the right flank. Releases the ball. There's space ahead of her. Sidestepping once, sidestepping twice. Had no chance, and eventually it goes out of play. Now Sri Lanka on the break. She's got a lot of pace on her. But the timely tackle was necessary from UAE. Scrum here for UAE. UAE have... For Sri Lanka, I beg your pardon. It's the final day of the Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s at Rajgir Sports Complex, Bihar. A monumental moment for this state here who's hosting this. Now Sri Lanka on the charge. Could this be their first try? Lovely pace. There's nothing the United Arab Emirates team could do. And that's the first points on board for Sri Lanka. 5 points. Spirited moment for Sri Lanka there. Good stuff. Always nice to see when the opponents come back. And that's a successful conversion. Wonderful stuff there from the number 4, Pavani Sansrani, who was elated with the way she converted that. Just have a look at that. Look at that young number 4, Pavani Sansrani, egging on the try scorer. Sri Lanka 7 points, UAE 24. A good offload there, but she just about ran out of play. Line out. Now, the ball is loose and UAE have regained possession. Knock on. Sri Lankan men's team have already made their way to the finals here later today. So has the Hong Kong Chinese men's team. Later on in action will be the Hong Kong China girls team, looking to emulate what the men's team have done. Now, UAE on the charge. This could be another try, surely. She's running away with that. The number 12, Kiera Thorne. 7 whole points here for UAE. Well done there, Kieran Thorne. What a run that was. Unstoppable, absolutely. Barged away through, no chance of taking her down. Pure brute strength and power on display. Look at that. There was no catching her. There's nothing that number 4 Sansrani could do to stop the mighty Kiera Thorne. Look at that. Paved a way through, barged a way through. Lovely shoulder push and diving between those yellow lines for a whole 7 points. A minute remaining on the clock here. UAE leading comfortably with 31 points on the scoreboard. Sri Lanka 7. Now Sri Lanka off the block. Looking for another try. Consolation at the moment, but they'll take what they get. Lovely run from that same girl. What pace, blistering pace. Looking to score that try. And she does. Is that number 7, Thikashi Ayusha, doing it again for Sri Lanka. The speed on that girl is absolutely astonishing. Unfortunate there. And with that comes the end of the match. UAE move forward. 31 points and Sri Lanka 7. And UAE will move on to play for the 5th and 6th spot in this Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the next match shortly. Here's the highlights once again on how both teams performed in this match. A round of applause there coming for the players. The men's team giving them a guard of honor, UAE.
It's time to make stronger connections. Business meet tech. Sports meet transformation. At Capgemini, our power comes from bringing it all together.
And up next, we have the second fixture here. It's the Nepal Rugby Association taking on the Kazakhstan women's rugby team, coming live here from Rajgir Sports Complex, Bihar. And if you're just joining us, I'd just like to say In our last match, UAE got the better of Sri Lanka and they moved forward to play for the 5th and 6th position. And here's how both teams line up here today. Nepal, they've come in this team, some heavy defeats, but they should be proud of themselves, the way they've played and the way they've showed up in this tough competition that we have on. The hats off to Team Nepal. They've given it their all, and nothing to lose for them. They'll come into this match with their heads up high, looking for their first win in all probability. Whereas Kazakhstan, they've had a good campaign so far. A little bit on the unlucky side. Few misfortunes for them. But they've showed and proved their mettle as well. Both teams ready to take the field any moment now. Here's a look at both teams set to take the field any moment now. Starting for Nepal today is Samjhota Tumbappo, Sanamika Magar, Sushila Sunavar, Nisha Ghalan, Rosha Pokhrel, Kavita Bagi, and Arushi Bhattarai in the number 10. Nepal donning the white jersey here today. And for the Kazakhstan girls, number 1 Diana Adrienko starting, jersey number 2 Angelina Kuznetsova. I beg your pardon, apologies. It's Milena Kotova, jersey number 3 to start, and jersey number 5 Adel Sarsova, then jersey number 6 Natalia, jersey number 7 Ayulum, jersey number 8 Amina, jersey number 9 Irina, and jersey number 12 Diana Datsansky. We're all set for more rugby action. And this promises to be an exciting clash here. Nepal haven't had the tournament they were looking to have, but nonetheless they should be proud of the performance they've put up here. And Nepal have only sent a women's team for the Asia Rugby Emirates under 27s 2025. Now, Kazakhstan with possession now of the ball. Now Kazakhstan has acres of space ahead of them, and that will definitely be the first 7 points for Kazakhstan. Wonderful work there. Look at that celebration. Wonderful work. They break the deadlock. Here's a look at that again. She knew she was true. There was nothing that they could do. And it's the number 2 there, Angelina Kuznetsova with the try. And 7 points for Kazakhstan. Straight to the face. Couldn't hold on to that, Nepal. Now offloading the ball backwards here. Oh, she found the space. She's going to take full advantage of it. A lovely try. Another one from the same girl, the number 2, Angelina. 2 back-to-back tries for her. The Nepal girls have suffered some heavy defeats in their tournament, but they've kept their head up high and played every match with total pride and dedication and passion. Oh, it is the number 11 this time and not number 2. It's Snezana Popovic. Scores the try. Nepal with the ball. Right, the pass not very precise in nature. Now Nepal looking for that opening, but nowhere to go there. Referee blowing the whistle, telling her to come back to her mark. Now Nepal have possession of the ball and no way through. The ref is going to brand the first yellow card of this match and of the day. It's a try scorer who has to leave the field momentarily. Angelina there. Now Nepal have a chance to make a comeback in this match. They have one extra player on the field for them. Nepal going for it. Still can't find that gap they've been looking for. A good tackle there from Kazakhstan. Number 5 from Nepal, trying her best. Now Kazakhstan have the ball. It was a knock-on, so the ref has played advantage to Kazakhstan. Great decision there from the referee. Not slowing down the pace of the game, allowing the Kazakhstan team to go forward with the ball. A beautiful offload. Acres of space ahead once again. Blistering pace behind her. She's gonna make it, and she'll jog all the way till the end. Number 11, Snezana with the try once again. Smart work here from Kazakhstan. Just about taking an unsaleable lead here. It looks like they're running away with this game really early on into this matchup. In this matchup, rather. Kazakhstan up by 21 points. A minute and a half, almost 2 minutes to go in this first half. Nepal trying to clear the ball away, not successful on that occasion. Holding onto the ball for too long there, Nepal. And another try for Kazakhstan. Literally, they're running away with the game now. And there's nothing that Nepal can do to stop them. Kazakhstan showcasing why they are clearly the stronger of the two opponents here today. Unsuccessful once again. Kazakhstan to kick off once again, leading by 26 points. Nepal not being able to put any points on the scoreboard so far. Scrum here. Just about 7 seconds remaining in this first half. And Kazakhstan have kept Nepal awfully quiet through this match so far. A quick start there from Kazakhstan. Looking for that final try before they head into the second half, into the break rather. Oh, definitely. Yes, they are definitely going to get that try. 5 more points added to their kitty here. And that will take them to 31 points. And half-time, Nepal 0, Kazakhstan 31. Almost half-time rather. Oh, that's a good kick from her. And unsuccessful on that occasion. And that's how things will end at half-time. Here's a look at some of the highlights for the first match. Kazakhstan have been absolutely unstoppable. And welcome back to the second half of this match between Nepal and Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan comfortably leading by 31 points. And our whole second half yet to be played here. Kazakhstan have no signs of stopping here. They want that big win because that will do a world of good to their confidence. Offloads the ball, a space ahead of them. Can this be another try? Oh, good pass there from her. The chance clearly could be another try. Up by another 5 points here, Kazakhstan. And it looks like they've sealed a victory. And they will play later on today for the 5th and 6th position. Here's a look at that try. The action is on again. It looks like it's going to be a Kazakhstan versus UAE matchup for 5th and 6th spot. And Nepal may just go on to take on Sri Lanka for 7th and 8th position. Trying to wriggle a way through there. Kazakhstan doing extremely well by holding back Nepal, not allowing them even an inch to work with. Scrum here. Kazakhstan comfortably leading at the moment. Three and a half minutes remaining in this half. Good collection, a quick release here, offloads the ball. This one had no precision on it. Now playing down the right flank, Kazakhstan. It took a horde of players to bring that player down from Kazakhstan. Clearly a very, very strong Kazakhstan team here. A dominating display. Oh, lovely ball there. A good offload. This space down the right. She sidesteps one but can't get past the other. Eventually she goes down. Another quick release here towards the right. Kazakhstan looking to build on something here. There is support available, but she doesn't need it. And number one, she is going right through everybody for another 7 points. Diana Andrienko getting her first try of the match. And that will take Team Kazakhstan to 41 points, 43 points. Look at that. There was no stopping her. Too strong for the Nepalese team. Shrugging them off one after the other. Taking total control of the situation and capitalizing well of it. And capitalizing on it and getting what she well deserved. Just a couple of minutes remaining in the second half. Kazakhstan with a huge lead in this match. Now the space down the right. A nice run from her, the number 4. A good tackle there. Now that was penalty given for offside, and that will be another try. That will take Kazakhstan to 48, nearing that magical figure of 50. We still have time on the clock. Very much achievable. Nepal have had absolutely zero chances in this game. But nevertheless, it's good to see them come out full of confidence and giving their 100% in each and every game they've played so far. Regardless of the results, Nepal have come into this tournament deserving of being amongst these great teams at the Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s. And there goes the hooter of the second half. This could be the last bit of action coming in from Kazakhstan. Lovely run from her. And they do get to 50. Another 7 points. That takes them to 55. And that will be the end of the match. Kazakhstan, what a dominant display from them. They've outdid Nepal in each and every department. Clearly the stronger of the two opponents, proving to be too strong for them. They move on and will play for a spot for 5th and 6th position. Nepal, of course, will have to take on Sri Lanka. Later on, Sri Lanka, the girls team, for 7th and 8th position, while Kazakhstan will play UAE for 5th and 6th spot. Here's a look at some of the highlights from the previous match. Girls.
खेल की दुनिया में एक और इतिहास रचने को तैयार है बिहार। राजगीर की धरती पर लिखा जाएगा रग्बी का नया अध्याय। 9 देश, 2 दिन और महामुकाबला ताजपोशी का, जहां हर स्क्रम में होगा दम, हर ट्राई में गर्व। एशिया रग्बी U20 Sevens राजगीर बिहार।
It's time to make stronger connections. Business meet tech. Sports meet transformation. At Capgemini, our power comes from bringing it all together.
बिहार
पदक जीतने पर सीधे हम लोग अगर चाहेंगे तो उनको नौकरी दे देंगे।
जहां खेल अब सपना नहीं पहचान बन चुका है। अब बिहार के खेल अध्याय में जुड़ रहा है रग्बी का सुनहरा पन्ना। 9 देश, 16 टीमें, एक मैदान। राजगीर स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स। ये सिर्फ टूर्नामेंट नहीं, बिहार के बढ़ते कदमों की गूंज है।
Welcome back, folks. It's time for the semi-finals of the cup, and it is China taking on India. And joining me in the comm box now is Akshay Pallav. Akshay, welcome to the comm box for the first semi-finals for the Cup finals. What do you think? What's going to happen next?
Thanks a lot, Paulie. The much-awaited encounter and probably the most important encounter for the Indian viewers' perspective. The Indian girls going into the semi-finals. This is going to be an absolutely nail-biter. Amazing stuff going to happen in front of us. And now, on the right-hand side of my commentary box, I can see a lot of viewers who are waiting for this match to happen. And for the Indian side, on the lineup, we are going to have number 3, Mamali Singh, and number 5, the captain, Bhumika Shukla. Anshu Kumari, the star player who has been lighting up the field all tournament long. And along with her, Kyra Bianca Vincent, a very, very trusted player of this team, has started in all 4 of the matches in this tournament. Along with her, Ritu Maji. And then comes Gudia Kumari, Tanushri, Nitin Bhosle. On the other side, the Chinese. It's going to be Li Zhang. It's going to be Zhizuan Zhang. It's going to be Jiluan Bai. It's going to be Jia Wu, jersey number 7, Jinri, jersey number 10, Jingjing Liu, and jersey number 12, Zunjing Liu.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting clash here. The Chinese have been very strong through this tournament. We've seen a couple of matches from them. They've been prolific in nature, but not taking anything away from the host nation. These Indian girls have proved their mettle. They've shown why they deserve a spot in the main semi-finals of this competition. And it's all of it. Everything goes down to the team that performs better in this matchup. The Indian girls are seriously hyped up and ready to go. Now, you were mentioning the Indian lineup, Akshay, and I must say, Anshu Kumari is one of the vital and key members along with Bhumika Chola and Tanushri. But don't forget, Kyra Bianca Vincent is an essential clog in this team because Kyra has been one of the only players to provide the most amount of support and assists.
And as you can see, the huge roar from the Indian spectators and the viewers who have gathered here to watch their team take on China in the semi-finals, being welcomed by the huge roar and applause here. And we were mentioning players to look out for. I would also say number 12, Alpana Kumari, yesterday made the all-important try in that match against UAE.
Yes, Alpana Kumari was vital. That's the reason why India find themselves in the spot in the main semi-finals. And that too against the big and mighty Chinese team. But they've shown their grit and determination, this Indian team. These young, talented girls have shown that they're capable of taking on any level. And they're capable of competing at every level that they get. There's no taking away anything from these girls. They've shown their class, their grit, their determination by performing extremely well on the field. And that's what it matters. It's about who performs better today in this match and on the field. Here we go, the start of the first half in this clash between the Indian team and China. Straight into action. The Chinese having possession of the ball. Good offload there. China moving forward. Resilient India not allowing them to move even an inch into their own half. China still with the ball, looking for a clear gap. Can she find one from here? Oh, good tackle there. Good tackle there. China still on the move. There's space there for her.
Constant pressure from the Chinese, and they're trying to peg back the Indian girls. And look at the Chinese, good offload. The Indians being very resilient, trying to fight for every inch of property there. And there we see the first try coming in from China. A vital opening for China in this all-important semi-final. That's 5 points to China, and we'll have to wait and watch if the conversion kicks gives them 2 more points. But the beginning has been totally dominated by China because they never let the Indians get towards the center line and kept pushing them towards the try line.
I guess we saw it coming because they had possession to begin with. It's India who kicked off proceedings, so it was always going to be China trying to apply the pressure right from the very start and score a try. And they've done exactly what they wanted and got exactly what they needed to propel them forward in this game. And now it's all eyes on India and how they're going to respond back to this. Are they going to go in with a smart, strategic way of scoring another try, or are they going to use pure pace and innovative thinking to get what they want? Let's see how things pan out now instantly.
Well, the response has to come really quickly, and the response has to come really quickly for India. And look at the urgency that you can see in the team. They're constantly trying to make use of the ball that they have right now. Running from the center of the field right now. Good grab. Going in.
Lovely offload.
That's there.
Number 5 running away to glory. Could this be the first 7 points for India? Yes, it is.
Bhumika Shukla, the captain, has made sure her team is having the advantage back. It's 7 points to India, and what a response to what the Chinese did initially. As I was thinking, we were having this feeling that the Indians, the very first opportunity that they get to respond, will respond with fierce force. There we have.
Absolutely great work from Team India. Just as I said earlier, Akshay, we talked about would they come back in a strategic and smart manner, or would they come back aggressively and in an innovative way? They've done exactly the latter. They've come in and they've got that 7 points on the board and that much needed 2-point lead. But now possession is back with China, and we've seen how dangerous the Chinese could be. It's 7 points each right now at the moment. Apologies, it's all level here, but it's very interesting to see because China have been extremely dangerous when they've had possession of the ball.
And exactly why it becomes really important for the Indians' defense to make sure that the Chinese are not given any space. They would like to keep pushing them back towards their try line. And that's exactly what the Indians are doing right now. Good grab, but look at that dummy from China. Oh, good tackle from number 10 from India, Gudiya Kumari. Very important tackle there. Chinese still with the ball, roaring, soaring, going ahead.
A great job from India regaining possession right at the nick of the time. The time that it's an extremely crucial time for India to get the better of China here. They still have possession of the ball here.
Gudiya Kumari with that ball, good offload. Halted in their strides there.
This is an electrifying match that we are witnessing, folks. For those of us who are joining in, it's the right time to join in. For those of you all not watching, please do tune in and support your teams here. There's a little bit of a pause in the game, so the referee's gone and stopped the clock momentarily. It's all level here at the Rajgir Sports Complex.
What an exchange, what a beginning to this all-important match. The viewers who had gathered here to support and cheer their team are getting the absolute best action from rugby. Both these teams, the initial moments of this game have shown that they have the mettle, they have the capability for what it takes to win this cup. And that is exactly why they are here in this all-important semi-final. India and China have got a little bit of history, you know. Both these teams geopolitically connected, culturally connected. These teams will have a lot to do the next few minutes that are going to come up.
It's exciting to see how things pan out. India showing the rest of Asia that they are not any pushover. They're not going to go down without a fight, and they're going to bring their A game no matter who the opponent is. And that is what we want to witness here in this Asia Rugby Emirates under-27s. Good run there from China.
Very good defense, I would say, because the Indians are not going for the dummies, and they're very sure and patient that they are going to watch the ball till the very end to make sure which way they are going to move. Not going in the wrong direction. However, the Chinese try multiple times to put on a dummy, and now India have the ball. Sent down the middle. That's Ritu Manji with the ball, and now number 7 there.
Vincent.
Going with the ball. Again, from the middle here, attack trying to be built. The Chinese halting them in their strides. Good struggle, both the sides.
India lose possession, and now it's a chance for the Chinese team to take the lead. There's space ahead, and the number 3 is running away with it. A good tackle, timely tackle by India, right at the nick of time. But danger not averted yet.
Constantly, these guys are trying to get towards the Indians, the try line, and the Chinese almost successful there. Looks like they will score. We'll have to wait if those are 7 points or not. They're given. So once again, now the Chinese have got the lead and India will have to respond quickly. The Chinese constantly putting pressure on the Indians every time. However, the defense was trying to get them. The defense was trying to get them back in the game, but the Chinese are not letting in. And now, finally, I think the last try was disallowed, and finally the Chinese have a try there.
5 points for them, 5 points for the Chinese team.
We'll have to wait and see if there can be a conversion.
The Indian team is giving it their all. Surely it's not over yet. There's a lot to play for. It's just the start of an electrifying clash between these two.
Those 2 points were scored there, and that takes the Chinese total to 14 points. And look at that, constant pressure, good offloading, and the point. It was very close to the Indian try line, and that is why the Chinese found one moment of brilliance and made sure they got the points for it. This time India will have the possession to start with here. Let's see what happens. What do they make out of it? Number 12 giving it to 10. 10 sending it down left flank. The ball goes out of play.
Akshay, they did not convert after the try, so they only lead by 12 to 7. So those 2 extra points you said were 14. That's been deducted. And with that, we have half-time, and China leading by just... Oh, they've corrected the score. You're right, it showed 12 earlier. China lead 14, India 7.
Amazing display of rugby from both these teams. Both these teams really resolute. It's a very, very important match for these teams here. China started scoring. In response, India's captain, Bhumika Shukla, made sure the Indians were on the scorecard. Again, right before the halftime, we saw the Chinese coming up with a good try, giving them the all-important lead in this match. Semi-final, whosoever wins goes to the championship match. And as you can see on your screens, Coach Keanu with the team. Looks like a spirited team. They're not going to give in so easy. They're going to fight back. They're going to make sure that they ensure India's contribution in the tournament, and they will ensure that at least one team out of the 2 are still there in contention for the championship. And what will happen in the next 7 minutes will decide if India will continue being there in this tournament or not. Ball with the Chinese.
Quite a poor kick. Possession back with India, who started from the half line. Couldn't clear that line there. the Chinese, and that's why India start off again from the halfway mark. Now,
big tussle for the ball there on the field. The Chinese now have the ball with them. They're trying their level best to make some space.
good work from Team India. They have possession of the ball. They can build out from here. There's space there. But good tackle coming in from China. India, now Chinese running away with it. There's miles and miles of space ahead of her. It all comes down to the kind of support she gets. Good job there from Kyra Bianca Vincent. Bring her down. But China still on the prowl, still on the attack, looking for that extra try that could give them an unsaleable lead. Team India doing their very best, and now the Chinese, definitely another try for them. It's number 5, Ping Li, gets another 7 from the Chinese, and now this seems to have silenced the home crowd, Akshay.
Yeah, this seems to have broken the spirits of the home crowd here a little, but you have to give it to the Indians. You know, they have a physical disadvantage of size, and despite that, they have been really brave and valiant, trying to stop the Chinese in their strides, constantly trying to stop them. We'll have to see, can they find some inspiration, can they find some moments of magic. Looks like there is a double replacement here. Muskan Piplo, the number 4, is now on the field, and
but there's still a lot of time remaining in the second half, Akshay. Anything can go, anything can happen in this game. We know that the Chinese are bigger in size, but Indians have speed on their side. We've seen that time and over again, blistering pace on both sides of the flanks. They've been an absolute joy to watch in this tournament. Don't you think so, Akshay?
yeah, absolutely. And I can see Bianca coming out, and that's number 1 going in. That's Aarti Kumari replacing.
Extremely difficult conditions to play. The weather just about getting unbearable at the moment. We're nearing 1 o'clock here. And now India on the attack again. She's got speed. Oh, but she cannot. Offloads the ball. Now China do extremely well in regaining back possession of the ball. India again couldn't hold on that occasion, faltering and allowing the Chinese to get ahead of them in this game. The Chinese on the attack again. Now a fumble, but they still regain possession. A great tackle there coming in right on the right side of the flank.
China have the ball right now, and while India were trying to put pressure and trying to get to the try line, they have stopped them. Again, good distribution of the ball. The rotation is good. They are moving all through the pitch. They are moving in the left flank, now bringing it to the middle. And see, that is what makes, that is what confuses the defense lines. India would be willing that they don't give in. Look at that now. Number 11 for China has made some space, and there is no one chasing her. Certainly going to be 7 points, and this will probably deflate the Indian team. Their chances quickly fizzling out to reach the finals. Look at the Indians. Just not getting the groove in this game. The Chinese have made sure they keep constant pressure on these girls from India.
The girls from India now are reeling under the pressure of the weather. Both teams finding the conditions difficult, but the Chinese just about getting the better of Team India. And they're feeling the heat now, both metaphorically and physically, Team India. The Chinese just about running away with the game. Only 2 minutes remaining. They could easily clinch a spot for themselves in the final later today.
The Chinese with a huge lead of 28-7 right now, 21-point lead. That is going to be absolutely crucial in the result of this match. India will have to put out something magical to bring the energy in. Right now they look pretty flat-footed, shoulders dropping for Indian girls. That's exactly what's not to be done here. Scrum being called.
It's a scrum for China. It's pretty close to India's try line. And one thing India don't want at this moment is to concede yet again. They haven't been able to keep China away from their half this whole match. And apart from that first try after China scored, we haven't seen much of Team India on this field. They haven't put up much of a performance. Rather, the Chinese have been extremely dominant. Now, there's space down the left flank. Could she run away with it? Oh, brilliant tackle coming in the nick of time. Both teams.
That's been the story of this match, you know. Every time India try to break free, the Chinese defenders have made sure they tackle them well. Now, from the right-hand side, it looks like there is an attack building. Oh, fumble there, knock on probably. Umpires will call for a scrum there. The offloading for India has been quite glitchy because the catches have not been grabbed properly.
This is exactly what pressure does to you, Akshay. When anyway the weather conditions are not suitable. On top of that, the Chinese are clearly dominating, and that's making or forcing the Indian team to commit mistakes that they don't really want to do. And that's what pressure does to even the greatest teams out there. But hats off to the Chinese. They've been an all-round display from them. Look like a well-oiled unit here. Lovely offload, but
good tackle from the Indian as well. The number 9 made sure that
yellow card there, shown there to the Indian player, and she'll have to go off the field for 2 minutes there. And number 6, Anshu Kumari.
Well, that was still a good tackle, because if she would have let the Chinese player move ahead, there would have been certain 5 points in China's kitty, and these are desperate times, desperate needs, man.
No, but with that, there are one player down, Team India, and that could cost them dearly here again. And there goes the hooter. There's no way India can make a comeback. But they could salvage their pride.
But they haven't got much to lose anymore, Polly. I think they have made sure, they just want to make sure the lead is not, the margin of defeat isn't too big. And that's that. That is that. China has defeated India in this very important semi-final. And the hopes of all the spectators, the audiences and the viewers go down the drain with that defeat.
India still have another match today. They will fight for the 3rd and 4th spot later on today. And their opponents will be decided after this next fixture, because it's time for the Hong Kong China girls to take on Uzbekistan. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly with both teams taking the field very soon. And it's time for the second semi-final of the women's fixture. It's the Uzbekistan girls team taking on Hong Kong, China. And here's how both teams line up. For Hong Kong, China, for Uzbekistan, it's Mashkura, jersey number 1, Ainura Abziva, jersey number 2, jersey number 3, Nafosat Odilova, jersey number 4, Nargiza, jersey number 5, Gulru Ruzmatova, jersey number 9, Hulkar, and jersey number 11, Nozima Khan.
For the Hong Kong China girls, we have on the field now number 2, Sophie Arana, the most important player who has been scoring freely for them in this tournament. Number 3, Elizabeth Staunton, great assist for Sophie Arana. Number 4, Elsie Hulme. And then we have number 7, Ella Linam. And then we have number 8, Haruka Uematsu. Number 10, Emily Fisher. And number 12, Pui Yi Lee.
They're more or less going with the same lineup they played with most of yesterday's matches with. So they have belief in the current set of players in the starting lineup. Look at them charged up, the Hong Kong Chinese girls, dancing, upbeat, positive, and ready to take the field.
That has been a constant, Polly. Every time they get inside the ground, I've seen them singing songs, dancing, and that's one kind of team bonding that has shown on the field as well. They have been better coordinated than most of the teams that have turned up in this tournament, and I think these are the rituals that help them.
Absolutely. It's always good to have a positive attitude before any tense situation. It tends to relax your nerves, makes you relieved, helps you encourage yourself, and more or less it boosts your morale. And that's an important factor before every game. It's all about the psyche of the players. And here we go. Both teams take the field for the second semi-final of the day. Semi-final, and the team that wins goes on to the finals. The team that loses will take on India for 3rd or 4th position.
Well, the Uzbekistan team will have to definitely look at Sophie Arana and Elizabeth Staunton, and definitely Emily Fisher, all these players who have been very instrumental in how far the Hong Kong China girls have progressed in this tournament till now. And then if they have a counter strategy to counter these 3-4 players from Hong Kong, China, probably they'll be able to counter this onslaught from Hong Kong, China. A very charged up team, a very spirited team, has great clarity, understanding of what is to be done and how they have to go about their business. You will see Sophie Arana coming towards the flanks, waiting for the ball to reach her so that she can use her legs and run across the field to make those tries happen for Hong Kong, China. On the other side, you will see from the middle, Sophie Staunton trying to find space. And the ball goes to the Uzbeks. They are going to start their first exchanges here. Good offload. Good try there. The Uzbek is on the loose. Going towards the left. Will she be able to offload? Needs assistance from fellow players there. Gets it. Uzbeks keep possession. Still going on there.
Uzbekistan clearly on the charge in the early stages of this match, trying to get that much needed early lead. But that's not going to be easy. Hong Kong, China knows exactly what they're doing. They've been absolutely prolific through this tournament, haven't put a wrong foot forward, have won all their matches they've played so far. So Hong Kong, China clearly have the edge at the moment, but have the edge in this match. But at the moment, it looks like Uzbeks are bringing the challenge to the Hong Kong Chinese girls.
Well, the Uzbek team is not a pushover either, and look at that, they're proving it very close to the Chinese, Hong Kong Chinese try line now. Can they get something out of it? The number 4 is there with the ball, offloads it to number 1, swiftly getting inside, but Sophie Arana at the nick of the moment grabs the Uzbek. Ball still with the Uzbeks. This is good pressure. This is good pressure in the opening moments of this half. This all-important second semi-final of the women's category. Sofia Rana still trying to defend. The ball still with the Uzbeks. Every inch is important. The referee has stopped the play. That's knock on. That's a big, big mistake at this stage of the game. The ball now. Hong Kong Chinese, they were not expecting this to come their way, but because of that mistake from the Uzbeks, Hong Kong Chinese now have an opportunity to push the Uzbeks back because they are putting them under pressure. And now again, look at that grab.
That was an opportunity there, gone, opportunity wasted. The Chinese, Hong Kong Chinese girls now on the attack, starting the attack is Pu Yu Lee. She's heading the attack there, and a good job from Elizabeth Staunton trying to clear the ball away, but not very far. Ball back with the Uzbeks. Sofia Rana has been an amazing, amazing asset for Hong Kong China. She's time and again proven why she's one of the players of this tournament. And we've watched her through this tournament. She's been absolutely fantastic. But once again, the Uzbekistan team with possession and looking the more dangerous team here today.
Even yesterday we saw the Uzbek team giving absolute fight to whatever team they played against. And now for the first time, looks like there is... Oh, look at Sofia Rana running from the right-hand side. Will she be able to gather any control over the ball? Good defense, good tackle there from Uzbekistan. Will be a knock-on. From there.
And now chance for Hong Kong Chinese girls to take advantage of the situation. They've got a knock-on penalty because of the knock-on. It's actually going in the favor of Uzbekistan. That's what it looks like at the moment. Yes, it will be a scrum. And Uzbekistan, the number 14, is going to feed in the ball. And Sofia Rana over there knocked that ball forward, and that's why the scrum and penalty awarded to Team Uzbekistan. Now they are on the attack. Oh, she couldn't get a grip on that, and that's another knock-on. This time, the chance from Hong Kong China to take the lead. That's that dangerous Sofia Rana over there. Everyone in the opposition must be extremely wary of her. They know the danger that the danger and the damage that she could do. She inflicts some real suffering on their opponents, and they don't know now. Sophie, the one we were talking about, has the ball in her hands, looking for space. A good tackle there. Timely one. Brought down just in time. The lost possession. Uzbeks with the ball again, on the prowl, on the attack, looking for those gaps, looking for those chances. Hong Kong China doing well on that occasion.
Well, constantly you will see these three players, Elizabeth Staunton, Emily Fisher and Sophie Arana, trying to wait for that one ball that comes towards them with some free space in front of them, and that's a rare mistake from the Hong Kong Chinese girls. We haven't seen them doing a lot of them. Constant pressure from Uzbekistan. Could that be an opportunity? The ball has been kicked ahead of the field. Number 12 trying to salvage this situation, but the Uzbeks are much more in number. The blue shirts are barging in. The umpire.
The decision goes in favor of Hong Kong China here. It looks like that. It will be a scrum.
Some good distance gained, Polly, there, you know. The blue shirts made sure that they have pushed the Hong Kong Chinese quite far back towards their try line.
Only 55 seconds remaining in this first half, and Uzbekistan has really put up a good fight. They've proven in this first half that they are not to be taken lightly. And it's 0-0 yet. It's 0-0 here. Both teams yet to break the deadlock. Both teams yet to draw first blood. But with the looks of it, it looks like Uzbekistan are going to get the first try in this match. What a wonderful try there. Wonderfully done from the number 4, Nargiza Jumabayeva. She saw the opportunity. They knew there was space down on the left flank, and they got that much-needed breakthrough. Now, Hong Kong has all the catching up to do, and we are nearly ending the first half.
Well, those Uzbeks were doing fantastically, and they had been pushing the Hong Kong Chinese girls behind, and once they saw the opportunity, they converted it well. And for the first time in this tournament, we can see the Hong Kong Chinese girls a little nervous with what the Uzbeks are putting up for them.
And with that conversion or not, that will be the last action of the first half. It's Uzbekistan who lead 5 points to nothing at the end of the first half.
High-octane encounter here between Hong Kong, China and Uzbekistan. Very few tries scored, very few scoring opportunities, but what little has come Uzbekistan's way, they have taken it, accepted it with both hands. Hong Kong, China will have to do some thinking. They aren't too far behind in this game. One good try can get them level back, or probably can give them a few points of lead as well. But that will have to come very quickly when the second half starts. It will also be a matter of which team handles the heat better. The temperature is better.
Definitely the pressure's on, and the pressure's on Hong Kong, China to answer back to what Uzbekistan did a few moments earlier after scoring the first try of this match. And it is hot out there, Akshay. Weather conditions will be playing on the minds of the players out there. It isn't easy to play in this kind of heat, especially in India.
The action has resumed, and now the Hong Kong Chinese, probably with an opportunity to get their hands to the ball and make some moves towards the try line. They'll be desperate to get on that score sheet.
Now Hong Kong, China moving forward with the ball. Good offload, well received. But Uzbekistan holding on strong, not giving any room to the Hong Kong Chinese girls. Elizabeth Staunton goes for the kick. Puyu Lee makes the chase from behind. Nice collect. This could be a try for Hong Kong, China. A lovely response.
They had been trying that strategy for a while now, and for the first time it has come to fruition for them. It looked like the Hong Kong Chinese were running out of ideas, but the strategy, the plan that they had already tried once in the first half has finally worked for them. And now it will have to see if they can get a conversion kick from there and land a 2-point lead for themselves. And Elizabeth Staunton with a kick there. Looks like that was an unsuccessful kick. So Staunton will run back to her lineup. And now it's on the Uzbekis to respond to that attack from the Hong Kong Chinese, because they are now equals, 5 each, with 5 minutes to go in the second half of the semi-final match. Uzbekistan with a good grab, number 4, offloads to 7. 7 makes a run, can try to find space. The Hong Kong Chinese stall her.
Just to remind viewers that after this match we will head for a break, a lunch break, and we will resume at 3 p.m. So even if you do, don't forget to join in at 3 p.m. when play resumes. Now Uzbekistan with a bad pass but managed to regain possession. It's 5 points apiece for both teams. All level here at the Rajgir Sports Complex in Bihar. Everything to play for. Knock on there. A mistake from Uzbekistan deep inside their own half, allowing Hong Kong an opportunity to take the lead.
Hong Kong will have to grab all the opportunities that come their way, definitely, because Uzbekistan looks like in no mood to leave any stones unturned. They would want to play the finals. All the teams, both the teams here would like to play that all-important final. And here you are having a look at Elizabeth Staunton trying to go towards the try line. The ball changes hands now with the Uzbeks, but the Hong Kong China girls, they're trying to get back the ball because they are seriously close to the try line. Can the Uzbeks break free? Look at that! Brilliant, brilliant! Against the run-off play, the pressure was there, but the Hong Kong Chinese kept their cool and finally found those all-important 7 points.
Much needed lead, finally taking it when they saw the opportunity. Grabbed it, seized it, made sure they got it. That's exactly what the Hong Kong Chinese team wanted. That early lead in the second half. Couldn't get an early lead, but eventually did get the lead. Here's a look at that. A mistake from Uzbekistan, losing possession of the ball, snatched away, and sweetly planted on the ground for 7 points here.
And Haruka Uematsu Polly had not played any games yesterday, and today she has been introduced on the playing 7 for the first time, and look at the result. She has given the all-important lead to Hong Kong China with that try there. That could be a strategy from the coaching staff. That could be a good strategy from the coaching staff to put her there as a surprise package.
Yes, I agree. She's been pivotal in this match, in the much-needed lead coming from her. Sophie, on the other hand, has been targeted by the Uzbekistan players. She's been covered by them. A good strategy to keep her quiet through the match. The Uzbekistans have done a good job in keeping Sophie quiet, but not good enough for the Hong Kong Chinese girls to take the lead. Now Uzbekistan. It's a knock-on. Another mistake there from Team Uzbekistan. Hong Kong lead by just a try and a conversion. And according to the new rules, if Uzbekistan do get a try, do score a try within the yellow lines, that's worth 7 points now.
Just 1 minute left in this game. Hong Kong China versus Uzbekistan, the second semi-final. Hong Kong China leading.
Who will take on the mighty Chinese team in the final? Will it be Hong Kong China, or will Uzbekistan make a spirited comeback in the last moments of this match? Oh, another lovely try there. It's the number 10, Emily Fisher. She's been a vital clog in this unit, and she delivers once again. Have a look at that. Take us through it, Akshay.
I mean, it was brilliant. It was always coming. Whenever you see Sophie Arana taking the flanks, Emily Fisher and Elizabeth Staunton have been seen going through the middle, and she got the opportunity, and this could be decisive with just 15 to 20 seconds left in this match. And now Hong Kong China have a big lead of 14 points. I don't think Uzbekistan will have it in them. They don't have the gas in them to make sure that they catch up to that.
There goes the hooter, and that will definitely seal the fate for Uzbekistan. They'll probably have to take on India. They will take on India for third and fourth position. And it's Hong Kong China who will take on China in the finals of Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s Women's.
Very few seconds of gameplay left in this match now. Surely Hong Kong China is going to win this. You will see that dugout in front of you erupt, Polly, when this match ends. We are very close to that end.
Could there be another try right at the very end? The referee blows the whistle.
That's called hunger. You see the Hong Kong Chinese still not satisfied, want to score a few more.
Uzbekistan fighting back hard. They want to go out on a high. Not really exactly out, but they will have another match here today. They want to end this game on a high note here. Both teams, in fact, not kicking out the ball, not kicking the ball out of play, still going for it, and there's the try.
Constant pressure from Hong Kong China. Even in these dying moments of the match, they are not going to be satisfied with anything less than excellent and never stopping away.
And with that comes the end of the match. Hong Kong China winning comfortably here against Uzbekistan. Hong Kong China, Uzbekistan 5. Oh, yes, the conversion is left. And that will be the last bit of action. Maybe it could be another 2 points added to their tally. Unfortunately, that's not successful. And that will be the end of the match. Hong Kong China progressing to the Women's Cup finals. And they will take on China. Uzbekistan, unfortunately, go down fighting hard. And they will fight for the 3rd and 4th position against Team India later on today.
Well deserved from Hong Kong China. They have been absolutely stars throughout this match. We will be back with some more live action soon. Till then, do not take your eyes off, because rugby action live from Asia Rugby Emirates Under-27s 2025 will keep coming to you with amazing matches ahead.
Asia Rugby is more than 500,000 players, coaches, and organizers experiencing the game in this multicultural region. Established in 1968, Asia Rugby has expanded from 8 founding countries to more than 36 member unions, spanning Lebanon in the west to Guam in the east, Kazakhstan in the north, to Indonesia in the south. Home to more than half the world's population and an incredible 80% of its youth, Asia Rugby has grown from holding just 1 tournament every 2 years to running more than 15 international competitions each and every year, culminating in the iconic Asia Rugby Championship and the Asia Rugby 7 Series. Asia Rugby continues to grow the game through initiatives like Get Into Rugby, initiatives that have helped us expand our player base by more than 25% per year, initiatives designed to empower our kids with the knowledge and skills necessary to develop great players and inspire positive social change. Asia Rugby is a diverse collection of cultures, bound together by our core values of integrity, passion, solidarity, discipline, and respect, driving our belief that rugby makes a positive contribution to people's lives. Asia Rugby is taking our great game, its spirit, and everything it stands for to over half the world's population. And we invite you to be part of it. Asia Rugby. We can do better, but together.
बिहार।
पदक जीतने पर सीधे हम लोग अगर चाहेंगे तो उनको नौकरी दे देंगे।
जहां खेल अब सपना नहीं पहचान बन चुका है, अब बिहार के खेल अध्याय में जुड़ रहा है रग्बी का सुनहरा पन्ना। 9 देश, 16 टीमें, एक मैदान। राजगीर स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स। ये सिर्फ टूर्नामेंट नहीं, बिहार के बढ़ते कदमों की गूंज है।
It's time to make stronger connections. Business meet tech. Sports meet transformation. At Capgemini, our power comes from bringing it all together.
Our world is growing, and so is rugby. There are more players, more teams, more matches than ever before. Luckily, our game is simple. We only really need one thing to play it, and we buy millions of them every year. Unfortunately, too many end up in the wrong place. But some balls are made better. Rhino's recycled range is made with up to 80% recycled rubber. We are still not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. You only need a ball. Make it a good one. For rugby, for you, for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
The Rhino recycled range. A ball for the planet.
खेल की दुनिया में एक और इतिहास रचने को तैयार है बिहार। राजगीर की धरती पर लिखा जाएगा रग्बी का नया अध्याय। 9 देश, 2 दिन और महामुकाबला ताजपोशी का, जहां हर स्क्रम में होगा दम, हर ट्राई में गर्व। एशिया रग्बी U20 Sevens राजगीर बिहार।